Hey, Prime members, you can listen to Watch What Crappens ad-free on Amazon Music. Download the app today. Give your whole day a boost with America's best multivitamins from GNC and save on your vitamins when you buy them in GNC VitaPack programs.
VitaPack programs combine expert-picked vitamins and minerals in easy-to-use daily packs to support health and wellness, plus targeted nutrients for your unique goals and lifestyle.
I'm trying to get it together health-wise. You guys know that. I've been talking about it on the show. And so to make sure I'm getting the nutrients I need, I've been using VitaPacks. It's been working great for me. You know, there's always a worry when you change your eating, like how's this going to affect everything? And I've been feeling great.
Great. Well, save money, save shelf space, save time. Be one of 1 million people every year who starts a GNC VitaPack program. Visit their stores or gnc.com for full details.
Get what you need now on Instacart. Pay now or later with Klarna.
Oh my goodness, we love Instacart. Ronnie, didn't you just get some Instacart today?
Today, okay, I needed some Topo Chico. So I opened the trusty app and I got everything that I needed. I love Instacart and we talk about it all the time. We use it constantly.
Whether you're just like stocking up for a party or an event or something like that, or you just need some sort of last minute grocery, like it has really changed the way I shop.
And now you can give yourself more time to party prep with delivery in as fast as 1 hour, and you get more flexibility to pay now or pay later with Klarna.
Get delivery in as fast as 1 hour, or you can select a delivery window that best fits your schedule.
Shop and pay in a way that works for you. Start your cart on the Instacart app or instacart.com today. New customers get $20 off your first 2 orders of $80 or more per order when you pay with Klarna using code KLARNA20. Terms apply.
See instacart.com or download the app for more details and to start shopping. Check out with Klarna to pay now or later California resident loans made or arranged pursuant to a California financing law license.
Watch what crappens. Who cares what happens when there's so much that crappens? Watch what crappens. Who cares what happens when there's so much that crappens?
Thank you.
Wow.
And Maroyed, God bless America.
Wow, it is wonderful to be back here in Washington, D.C. in
So
the
good
nation's
to be
capital.
back.
You know, when having to like tear apart Sandoval, you have to go to the nation's capital, deal with it, okay? This is a congressional matter now.
Girl, we need Olivia Pope up in this shit.
Woo!
I've been fucking the president the whole time, bro.
Dude.
You
Wow.
people, first I have to say, we just came from New York. We've been drunk for 3 days in a row.
We have been.
And it's been great. You people are just as fucking crazy as they are over here.
That's true.
And I love it here because you're so prim and proper. Everyone's like, look at me. I'm in a suit in the middle of the day for no reason.
Yeah.
This is casual wear. I live in D.C. And then you're all still fucking crazy. We got into the Uber, and the guy's like, hi, guys, how are you? The Uber's for Ben. We said, yeah. We sat down. It's quiet. And he goes, boom, and hits the music. And he's like, you don't know me. Ah. The whole way here.
It was not an exact, it was full on dinner theater. He was full voice. And this one joined in. The two of them were doing a duet.
Oh, yeah.
And it was amazing. I was like, I love this. What an amazing weekend. And also, I mean, from what I've heard from many people, including my cousin Lauren over here, Cousin Lauren, is that this week has been full of Bravo activity here in D.C.
It's been a lot. I've seen little pictures of Tom Sandoval on one of those tiny city bikes.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, I heard he had a huge gig at the reflecting pool. Not a lot of reflecting, but
were any of you driving around just trying to hit him?
He was probably very confused. He was like, dude, I thought I was playing a mall show and it was just a big piece of grass.
Playing to the giant penis sculpture in the... I'm sorry, I don't know what everything's called.
Yeah. If the Washington Monument now has a lightning bolt necklace on it, Just be a little concerned. Keep an eye on the Lincoln Memorial too, I suppose. All the memorials, you know. Whoa.
Whoa.
No,
Am I too loud? What do you
No.
guys think?
No,
I just hear myself
no.
I mean, in general. Just
So
my general mouth. Shut the fuck up, you loud mouth. What if you just came here to tell me that? You know, that's one of my favorite things about Sandoval is people are literally paying to say shut the fuck up to Tom Sandoval.
yeah,
It's like the most negative Santa Claus experience you can get. You pay money, you go to a show, and you make posters that say, fuck you. You're a fucking worm with a mustache. Okay?
yeah. I'm also personally very excited because I just learned moments ago, again from my cousin, that apparently we're staying in the very hotel that Chris Bassett used to work on the rooftop of. We have not received any DMs so far, but I'll keep everyone updated.
I don't think he works there anymore. He's just DMing us from Candace's living room right now. Still mad. He's like, can you believe what Giselle said about me, bro?
It's a big night of lots of stuff. Welcome to Watch What Happens.
Yeah.
A podcast
Get her
with all
going.
that crap we just love to
Get
talk
her
about.
going.
And by the way, I have to say, I see one of our premium sponsors. I see Kristen the Piston Anderson. Hi, Kristen.
Richie D, RT, a bunch
The
of
reality is,
a bunch of our DC people are here, so thank you, all of our DC people. But thank you, you guys.
Michelle Obama, thank you so much. It's great to have you back.
Ben got so excited today because he heard that Michelle Obama watches Below Deck.
And then I got mad because I was like, all the idiots on that show who are now on Michelle Obama's radar, that's just so not fair.
She was kind of leading the free country. She's seen plenty of idiots.
Yeah.
Plenty of idiots are on her radar. But I was just watching it on the train here today, Below Deck sailing that's coming up this week. No, give me somebody to help me while you're at the beach. So I was watching that and I was like, how do we watch this shit? It's literally an hour of someone going, oh my God, I forgot to iron the shirt. I ironed the shirt too hard and now there's a hole in the shirt. And it's like, don't. We're typing furiously like,
I know.
oh my God,
It's just,
get it down.
it's just Gary saying, oh, you look pretty beautiful tonight.
So my note for tonight, my opening note for myself is keep it light. Because as I watched this, I was not keeping it light. And thankfully, they've started covering TVs and shit to make them not break when you're throwing shit at the TVs.
Well, it was a perfect episode to do tonight because tomorrow is Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all our mothers.
Happy Mother's Day.
And we had a mother on that. We had a mom on this episode, Terry.
Oh, Tommy, you blew it, Tommy.
And Terry is a really good person when she can get that much applause as the woman who made Katie. So I just have to say, congrats, Terry. You pulled it off. Okay? You fucking pulled it off, Terry. Happy Mother's Day. God bless you.
Happy
All right.
Mother's Day. Keeping it light.
Previously on Vanderpump Rules.
Darling, where are you going?
We're going glamping for my birthday. We're gonna go glamping under the galaxy light projection stars, but they're gonna be under night stars of the galaxy. I'm gonna be with my best friends. It's everything. They would never hurt me, and I would never hurt them either.
Dude, look at this turkey's wiener.
Well, that turkey has balls that look like your balls.
Oh, it looks like your balls.
Nah, they're smooth and big and pretty like your balls. Not that I would know. It's like the first time we've ever seen an awkward look from a turkey. The turkey's just like,
Yeah. Next week, I'm opening for Cascade at a pool party.
That's a really big deal. Is it a bigger deal than Raquel?
Are you serious? Are you serious? Yo, go ahead, make another fucking joke. Go ahead, make another fucking joke. You think I'm really funny? You think I'm really funny? You can say that. Stupid fat man who sits there with shirts, your stupid shirt, and stupid face, stupid hair, stupid face with eyeballs on it. Stupid fat man. Ali, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to embarrass you. I'm so sorry. I just got carried away, Ali. I'm so sorry.
You embarrassed yourself. So, the day that Ariana's grandmother dies, Tom Sandoval comes to the barbecue I'm at in Newport. And Ariana's calling him furious. And he was like, okay, I'll come home now. And he didn't come home for another 2 hours. And I heard in the Uber he wouldn't stop singing Africa by Toto off key. I got a recording and it just sounds like,
Dude. Tom, you realize you put me in a situation where everyone's gonna think I look like a fucking idiot because I let you stay at parties in Newport all day.
Dude, Ariana's emotionally abusive to me.
Hey, how's everything going with you and Ariana?
Well, we try and talk, and then she just like comes at me, bro. Like, it's terrifying. I'm afraid for my life. I want to change my name and move to Mexico, bro. Not only do I love Ariana, I work on our love. When it's time to go, when it's time to go to bed, I walk around our house and I make sure all the light switches are turned off, bro. Does she do that for me? No, bro, no!
Yeah. Well, relationships do take some practice.
I have been practicing, bro. With Raquel. I mean...
And scene.
So Vanderpump Rules really came back from the dead. Let's face it. It was having some trouble. And, people were rooting for it. And by people, I mean me saying, die! Just die! That was happening. So I'm so proud of them for not only coming back, but they're really making an effort. They went back into shooting after this week. This was supposed to be the season finale, today's episode. And they were like, that wasn't good enough. We're all going back to work. And not only did they do that, they hired a new Trixie Monaco. We all know Trixie Monaco.
Yeah.
The famed Bravo lead singer
Chanteuse, the elusive
has
chanteuse.
been in rehab. And I was so proud of them for not just recycling old Trixie shit. They got a new one. And this one came out with a new banger. Okay, and here's how it goes. Gotta give it all I got within me. All things aren't what they seem, and no one's gonna fight what's within me. I was like, who is this Trixie Lynn monocle wood country shit? That doesn't belong on this show, but I got into it. I've been singing it all day.
Loved it.
I'm waiting to download this shit.
I think there's something magical about DC because last time we were here, we got the OC reels and I'll do whatever I want, David, whatever I want, whenever I want to, David. And now this year we got this.
You ever want to
this
see
bop?
Ben do the Roger Rabbit? Start singing that song in a dark room.
I
He'll
do
be
whatever I want, whenever I want, with no expectations, David.
He's jumping over his own heel.
I know. I loved that. This country Trixie, I loved her. I mean, the songs sound like, a Claritin commercial, but still,
Those are good.
They're good. They're good.
So then we get a Ken scene because Ken and Lisa are getting a new pony because
This is
Rose
not a starter
died.
pony.
Yeah, don't call it a starter pony just because it's smaller, okay?
Yeah. This is
Peter took a long time to earn that title.
This is how they do casting on Vanderpump Rules. Lisa Vanderpump crouches down next to someone and says, I know you can tell you have a new friend coming.
That's how she talks to the hostesses.
You feel a new friend coming, don't you? And once they come, this door will open before it closes and clinks shut again. And
Yeah.
then you'll both be sent to a gorgeous country and work for a wonderful man who has your best interests at heart.
So the new little horse is named Velvet, which is very like non-local velvet, not national velvet. Local velvet, regional velvet, and Lisa's like, well, I know it's not rosé, but it is a friend for you, you little sweet horse. And Ken's like,
A little
look
goddamn
at this horse. Can you believe Raquel spent the night at Tom's house? It's
slept over at
ridiculous.
Tom's house. It was unbelievable.
What a
Ariana
horse.
wasn't there.
Little-
She wasn't
It's
even there.
silly.
Just
We were going to name the horse Brittany,
It's
but
absolutely
we didn't do that.
crazy.
It's stupid.
Can't
Beautiful.
believe it.
I'll knock the horse spark out. I'll knock the horse spark out.
And then the Trixie song continues.
I gotta give it all I got this tuna. I'm gonna put it on a slice of bread. Man, is there'll be lots within me. Subway might as well be dead.
And then we're in the sandwich shop. There's something about her.
Something about her. You know, on a show that has been so focused on footlongs and 6-inchers, I'm surprised it took this long to get sandwiches involved.
So Katie's like, when people come into the restaurant, maybe we should have like a table that's in the middle of the restaurant so that people can like see the sandwiches.
Ariana's like, yeah, just to like encourage people to walk in. You know what they say, people love seeing tables and rooms and just walk to them. Oldest trick in the book.
You're gonna kill it, girls. And then we hear,
Gotta give it all I got within me. I'm gonna pay my husband's child support. I gotta get a bite that's in me. Pay up those bills from my mom from another port.
and we're at Sheena and Brock's house.
Yes. It's appropriate because I do feel like in some way, like that song also sounds like it would be like on TGIF in the 90s, right? Like,
Yeah.
like the sequel to Step by Step, something like Brock and Sheen, you know?
And I love like those kind of things that make you feel like,
I suck, but it's okay.
Yeah.
it's like one of those songs, like there's this most positive song and then it's like Sheena and Brock and they're like, you know, it's Brock. Like
Yeah.
you want Brock, you know what I mean?
And they're-
It's like hot. He's hot and everything, but still Brock, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like broccoli farts and you're like, did I really win? But that song's just in your head, like, you did it, girl.
So he's playing with Summer Moon, and is that her? Isn't Summer Moon? Is that Summer? I'm sorry. I'm not
That's
trying to be
Summer
shady.
Moon.
I just can't remember. Because isn't there's a video game called Sailor Moon?
There's a coffee shop called Summer Moon, and I go to it now to support this little brat, you know? Man?
Yeah. So so Brock's playing, and she's like, will you put her an umbrella so it's like a little bit more shaded for her?
The neighbors fucking hate these people.
Yeah.
They've turned a 2-foot by 2-foot balcony. They've put fake grass down and a sand pit and umbrellas all over. And then he's like, just let her be herself. She's in the shade, babe. And then it cuts to Summer Moon, and she's sitting in the sand pit, and she gets 2 shovels of sand and just pours them on her own head. I'm like, did you just show her that Katie episode where Tom like dumped the shit on her head and
Because I'm good.
Summer Moon's like reacting this whole show in that little backyard.
So Brock is like, yeah, just give her a little place to run and it's fine. And she goes, she's like a dryer, like a drying machine, like winding down the cycle.
Summer Moon's eyes are bleeding. She's just like throwing sand in her own eyes. It's like, is anybody doing safety tests in this backyard? Social services, anybody? So then we go to Chef Penny, who's coming into There's
Oh my
something
God.
about her, or as I like to call it, there's something about fucking Chef Penny. What a weirdo, dude.
She comes in looking like a spooky caretaker of a haunted house.
She's wearing like a tight funeral summer dress, if that's a thing,
It's like
up
prairie.
to her neck. And you guys remember Chef Penny from back in the day. She created all the food for Pump and everything. Like, she's been around forever. We
Yeah.
know her from the Food Network
Food
star.
Network star. When she was, her whole thing was, I
I'm
am
the sexy cook.
chef.
Yeah, I'm a sexy chef.
So she
She'd
comes.
be like, this is like tabbouleh, but you want to fuck it. They're like, nah, I don't know. You know, this is a
Yeah.
Food Network. Okay, how about this? Pita bread shaped like a vagina muffin. They're like, no, Penny, I don't know. But give her respect. I think she invented the goat cheese ball, right? Am I crediting the right person?
It could have been Chef Joe. Could have been Chef Joe. Hard to know. We'll have to check the Wikipedia entry. So Penny comes in like, I knew the original owners of this shop, and they told me one thing. If you want to have a sandwich, you must give me your firstborn. It's like, whoa, Chef Penny.
Whoa.
But she's
She's like, hi, girls. I'm sorry but look, I come in and look what I see. Height. I see ceilings high. I see floor there. It's a dream. That's what I'm having, right? Is this dreaming? Am I dreaming right now? God.
I'm gravitating towards the center of the room. There's a table there. I cannot help myself. So they're looking around in the kitchen and stuff, and basically the plan is that they're going to have a look-see party for people to see the space and try some sandwiches, all that fun stuff.
And so they're going to do 4 sandwiches. Okay. They're going to do a Greek salad sandwich, which I think, sounds kind of good. That's fine. They're going to do a spicy turkey. You have to. And then they're going to do some kind of vegan sandwich. I don't even know what the other one was because I wrote, why are you writing down sandwich names? No one cares.
Yeah.
Like, there's not even a name for the sandwich. I'm just like, there's bread involved, so I'm writing down every detail.
Well, I like the way Katie pitches it. She's like, like movies, just the way movies have trailers when they come out, we want to get the buzz going for these sandwiches.
Yeah, Katie, this is a real fucking chicken run.
I know.
Okay, everybody's...
In a world deplete of Greek salad sandwiches.
In a world with tables in the center of a restaurant.
2 women had the bravery to put things in between bread.
A sexy witch. Dun, 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 dun. What is this, height? Dun, 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 dun. Greek salad sandwich.
This summer, prepare for something about her.
So Penny's like, I want you to introduce our Greek salad. This is going to be the most amazing sandwich. People are going to just shit on that wasn't sexy. It's not my brand. You know what? Let me think that one over, girls. So she leaves and they start gossiping, because that's how they roll. And Katie's like, so how did it go with Lala? Because I couldn't hear the entire conversation. Like, one eyebrow's like over here and the other eyebrow literally over there. Katie's very serious about this Lala gossip. She's got a beret made out of like a focaccia. She's like,
So Ariana's like, well, it really wasn't that big of a deal. Like, it was a bigger deal for Lala than it was for me. It's just because, she gets triggered by that stuff, because she was with Rand for any amount of time.
you're not allowed to be with Rand and then suddenly be triggered by things. If you're with Rand you know what I mean? That guy was such a fucking pig. That guy was not an undercover pig, okay? It didn't take a secret camera to figure out Rand is a fucking pig.
No.
Okay?
It did not.
If you can be with Rand and keep a straight face that long and brag about it for that long, you medically have no triggers. You were literally born without them, okay?
Keeping it light.
Okay.
All right. Randall
Someone
Emmett,
just tipped
everyone.
over a
Randall
fucking
Emmett.
car back there, all right?
I think one of Randall Emmett's mistresses this year. You be quiet about him.
You got something to say about fucking Randall, motherfucking?
You better back it up. You better back it up.
bitch.
I cooked, I cleaned, I made a Bruce Willis movie. You better back it up.
So Katie's like, yeah, but you know, when Lala was telling me about like Tom not getting a ride home, it just gave me flashbacks to wishing Tom would show up for me in ways and like wishing that Tom would be more emotionally supportive of me. And I'm like, this isn't the time, okay? You've already made the right decision.
Yeah. And Ariana's basically like, the thing that annoys me is not so much that he didn't come to me just because I needed him. I'm just annoyed because it's allowing all these vultures to now question everything in our relationship.
Yes, and that's what you should be doing. And I know it's easy to be in the place where like you're just with a shithead and you're like, well, but we spent I don't want to like have to do paperwork. I mean, I get it. I totally get it. But you have to. You're an adult. So sometimes you need to say you're a shithead. You should probably move, instead of just being like, I'm really tired, and he has a really good plain pillow that he lets me borrow sometime.
It's time for a commercial. It's time for a crack.
This week, May 8th through May 15th, Rakuten is having their biggest cashback event of the year.
15% cash back at over 700 stores.
Key categories include apparel, shoes, beauty, home, pets, and travel.
Listen, this is only going to be happening for a limited time only. 8 days.
Rakuten has 15 million members who are already saving.
Yeah, start all of your shopping at Rakuten. Your cash back adds up.
Get the free Rakuten app and download the free browser extension.
Rakuten also finds you the best deals, sales, and coupons. They do the work of searching for coupon codes so you save time and money.
You can stack cash back on top of other deals like store sales and credit card points. At Rakuten, you can find brands like Kate Spade, Farm Rio, Expedia, Verbo, Lenovo, Blue Mercury, H&M, Tom's, Banana Republic, so many brands.
This is the time to sign up and start all of your shopping at Rakuten.com or get the app to start saving today. Audible lets you enjoy all your audio entertainment in one app. You'll always find the best of what you love or something new to discover.
The Audible app makes it easy to listen anytime, anywhere, while traveling, working out, walking, doing chores, and that's what I've been doing. I have been listening to the book 12 Rules for Life because, listen, I am a huge self-help person, and this one has been great, and I could just listen to it on my morning walk every morning. And so now I'm walking and I'm learning.
That's a great use of it. So try Audible free for 30 days. Visit audible.com/crappens or text crappens to 500-500. That's audible.com/crappens or text crappens to 500-500.
Crappens commercial.
So now we go to the retail destination of Southern California, polka dots and moonbeams, where Charlie and Raquel have just arrived, and they have a lot of interesting things to say.
Yeah. Well, I love, before we even get to that bonehead, I love that Charlie just keeps coming back with a different attitude every season. The first season, she's like, I'm like terrified of pasta. That was her storyline. And then her next season, she's like, oh yeah, you want to start a fight with me, Lala, you fucking bitch? And there were like, people were like, who are you, So this season, she comes back as just super positive Charlie. She's like, oh my God, here we are. We're in a store. This is amazing. We deserve this, girl.
Oh my God, it's like retail therapy right now.
Retail therapy? Oh my God, Dr. Retail, am I right?
This looks good on you. This looks so good on you.
Is this a skirt or a skirt?
I think it's a shirt, but it might be a shoe.
Is it a shirt, a skirt, a shoe, or a dress?
I think it's actually a scrunchie, but you can wear it as a short.
Oh my God, it's a turban.
Oh my God, I love it so much. It looks so good on you.
You look so pretty right
Gwen
now.
Stefani doesn't know what she missed out on.
Is this a skirt or a napkin ring? I feel so free right now.
So Charlie's like, how was Tom? And Raquel's like, it was fun. Actually, it wasn't fun. That's a lie. It's weird how easy that was for me. It's just an immediate response I always say, like, are you sleep with any of your friends' boyfriends? I say, no, of course not.
It's like, yeah, it's like an immediate response I say. When someone says, are things good? I'm like, yeah, things are good. It's just like the immediate response. I'm like, don't try and bring that into this, okay? That's called manners. Nobody wants to hear the truth anyway. How are things? Terrible. Well, fuck you. Glad I asked. Get the fuck out of here. I don't want to hear it.
So Raquel is saying it was like really awkward when she said hi to Katie and her mom. I was like, yeah, that's because you said hi to Katie and her mom. What the fuck are you doing?
Also,
Keep
she was
moving.
the most awkward, okay? Katie and her mom are naturally awkward. It's like you can't go on an African safari and like get mad at watching a lion eat a gazelle or whatever it is. Like, it's their nature to be awkward. But Raquel, this is what Raquel did at that party. She's like, hi, Katie. Hi. Hi, Katie.
Do you guys...
Literally the most awkward hello I've ever seen.
Do you guys think the producers are taking bets on what they can make Raquel do on this show? Because, like, how many scenes, including like 10 times this episode, do you think a producer was like, hey, Raquel, tell Katie that her sandwiches are good, but that she is terrible, and that she should get over things, and that her hair looks weird, and that she has a scallop on her nose? Okay, Katie, your sandwich is good. You got a scallop on your nose, and you're stupid, and you're stupid. Bye.
See, watching Raquel on especially this episode reminds me back of the days I used to take improv classes in LA, and they would make actors and models take them, like these beautiful people who are just not born funny. I'm sorry. Like, have you seen like a hilarious model? Like, it's rare. So they would, bless their hearts, leave it for the homely people. You know what I mean? Like, give us our thing. So they started taking classes, and in level 1, you have to do the most embarrassing thing. It's like space work, they call it. So it's like, here I am just on this desk with my friend drinking a bottle of water. You're like pantomiming drinking the bottle of water or whatever. And then you have to start a conversation, and Raquel just does every wrong thing. It's like,
Brushing her teeth.
why are you brushing your teeth, Raquel? Like, you're in a restaurant. Talk to Katie, Raquel. Hi, Katie. Rivers are cold. I've always hated water, but I guess you're going to make me swim.
So Charlie's
She's
asked...
like that this whole fucking episode. She doesn't have one normal scene in this. Remember that scene last week when she's like, James, you want to talk? And he's like, I mean... She's like, you know what I regret? I don't regret anything. Are you steaming a bloody espresso milk? What are you doing? Are we trying to have a conversation or what? I'm not going to make any fucking sense. All night.
So Charlie's asking Raquel, just sort of like, so how was this party that I wasn't at, whatever, yada, yada. And Raquel is talking about how she spoke to James, and that, like, James was really awkward with her and everything, and how, like, he was acting like he was so over her, etc. And Raquel's like, well, I'm pretty sure, like, his girlfriend doesn't feel the same way as he does. I mean, I feel like James is into Allie, like, way more than she's into him.
Oh, for sure. For sure, girl. 100 emoji.
Charlie's like, it's just the vibes. I think James sees Allie as his future wife, and Allie sees him as her current boyfriend. Anyway, great season, guys. I'm Charlie. Hope to see you next year. Bye.
But you know what I've always heard? Best way to get over one guy is to get under another Tom. So, I mean, actually, it doesn't really rhyme. But, God, this was fun shopping with you. Girl power.
And then Raquel literally has the balls to say about Allie, that's why I called Allie like my replacement, because he literally just needed someone to fill the spot. I'm like, you are having an affair with a guy going through a midlife crisis.
You are filling a spot. You're
the spot that's being filled.
You're a seat filler. That's what you are. It's in your nature.
You are the Corvette and the earring and the goatee.
But yes, you're a human coaster, and so is Allie, and that is why you're there. I'm sorry, but we all know it, okay? You've literally got a ring from a Bud Light on your forehead. They don't just go away. So Raquel's like, yeah, but now I've turned over a new leaf, and I overcame my relationship with somebody. And they just go on and on. So Charlie's like, did you get an invite to this sandwich shop? I literally can't wait. There's going to be like sandwiches. Sandwiches are so freeing. Live, laugh, sandwich. Am I right?
It's just the vibe. Sandwiches are the vibe. So Raquel's like, no, I'm actually okay with it because after the vibe last night, which is different than the sandwich vibe, ... And then Charlie's like, yeah. Like, I'm sure you don't need to be in a 2x4 building with Terry and Katie and Lala.
Oh my God. Look at this. Can I see this, please? Can I see that lightning bolt? I would love to see it.
So they're like, oh, sure. Meanwhile, this is basically a Justice, the store. You guys know what Justice is,
Yes.
right? It's like that little kid store. This is like a Justice with beige walls.
Injustice.
First of all, she finds this lightning bolt, and it is $780. I'm sorry.
mean-
You don't get to call yourself Polka Dot and Moonbeams and try and charge me $800 goddamn dollars for a lightning bolt.
Charlie's like, just spend it. It's your birthday. Don't you have birthday money? Raquel's like, no. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. Don't you have a secret lover who has money to buy this for you?
This makes the whole thing so much sadder to me because I thought, like this whole thing is terrible, right? They've been allegedly, they've been wearing these lightning bolt necklaces as like little symbols to each other that they're together or whatever, right? So I thought at least Tom gave it to her. At least he was like,
Hey,
No.
I'm always in a lightning bolt. And if you're in a lightning bolt, it'll be like, whoa, lightning struck each other. Like, oh yeah, lightning striking. It's so romantic.
I thought like at least Tom was like being romantic about it. This bitch had to go spend $780 damn dollars on a lightning bolt necklace. And
Yeah.
Tom's was $5 off of Amazon. I just bought us a couple of his version last week.
So now we go over to Schwartz and Sandy's, America's restaurant.
You
It's
guys,
almost as successful as the Manzo Brothers restaurant in Hoboken.
But you know what I have to say? Bulk water is still out. Bulk water is still out.
Look, water.
So weird. Black water. Delicious. What an idea.
I know.
So, the big news at Schwartz and Sandy's. I know it looks like these guys haven't been doing anything, and they've been working on this place for a year, and nothing's happened. They got a booth.
They got a booth.
So,
They got a booth.
they got a booth.
So Schwartz is like, this booth is the last missing piece of the puzzle. That's Schwartz and Sandy's. You don't have line cooks. Your booth is not making tuna tartare for you.
You're literally going to be sleeping on that booth in about 2 weeks.
So we see flashbacks of the Schwartz and Sandy's journey over the past few years. Like 2021 looked like this. And then in 2022 it looked like that. And the only reason why I bring this up is for the 2022 flashback. We see it and we just hear Sheena go, ah!
So Schwartz is like, Sandoval first, like,
Yeah, I'm really jealous, bro. Like Katie and Ariana's little spot. Like, what the fuck? Like, they want to have a sandwich, now they're gonna have a fucking sandwich? Like, what the hell?
he's like, yeah, I mean, to come this far and not be able to open because we don't have any line cooks, that's brutal.
Yeah. People are always like, oh, just open it. I'm like, dude, you don't know what that entails. That means you have to like literally get out of bed and go and like open the door. That's hard.
So they're going to also have another looky-loo party like Katie's having because they haven't had enough. Stop giving away free shit,
I
okay?
know.
Stop having parties for your loser friends who aren't even going to tip the staff. You know they don't.
Yeah, Schwartz is like, yeah, because they don't have cooks, so Schwartz is like, it never ends. It like literally has never begun.
So then
Get a
Sandoval,
hot plate at this point.
Sandoval's like,
I want to go somewhere really cool with Ariana. Because, like, I feel sometimes, like, my presence, just my very presence, fucking annoys her, bro.
And then we get a montage of Tom Sandoval acting so fucking annoying.
Dude. Ariana. Ariana.
and it like, go away. God.
Ariana. Ariana.
Literally disgust me right now.
Why does she think I'm annoying, dude?
Of course Ariana's annoyed with you. You're an annoying fucking person, dude. She's been annoyed with you for 10 years. I love that he's just pretending that just now Ariana is. We have 10 years of footage of Ariana being like, Tom, shut up.
I know.
Like, I literally can't listen to you right now. That's her love language, okay?
Yeah.
You ordered this.
So they're talking about like how intimacy has started to wane, and Schwartz is like, "Oh yeah, I've seen their lack of intimacy. I mean, it's just not looking good." But enough about that weird facial hair thing.
And Schwartz is
terrible.
like, you never know what goes on behind closed doors, but to me, it looks like they just evolved into roommates because I see a lack of intimacy. Aren't you fucking your roommate? Why are you comparing being a roommate to not getting fucked?
So wait, listen, Sandoval makes a very compelling case right now. It's like Ariana. Like, when was the last time you went to a store and bought paper towels and toilet paper? There's like pens in the drawer. There's batteries in the drawer. Like, I do that. You don't go away and do things for me. I know it's actually so funny because Sandoval was here last night. And I was looking under here and there's some paper towels. What do we got here? Pens. Toilet paper. He really was here in DC. Wow. The man does not lie
And
on
what's
this.
so fucking weird, I want to fuck him right now. So crazy. I want to fuck him and make him mine, finally.
Look how hot the brawny guy is, by the way. Can he be on next season of Vanderpump Rules, please?
There's a reason he's the most famous. These aren't the best paper towels either, Bronny. Sorry if you're a listener, but these aren't great. But sex smells. Who hasn't masturbated to a Brawny logo? Am I right?
Big Crystal, the new hostess at Vanderpump Rules.
When was the last time you put a hard-boiled egg in a Ziploc? Right? I'm the lover in this relationship, bro.
Congratulations, you went to Staples. So
then, you know how everybody on this show now has a podcast of their own, right? Which, yay, other podcasts. We're happy for you. So, but, they are good. A lot of them are really good. And Kristen's is one of them that's become really popular lately because Kristen just got the light under her ass now. She got something to talk about now. So every day she's like, here's what else happened about Sandoval. Can you believe this shit? So on her podcast, she's like, that's not even true. Sandoval doesn't even get batteries. Like, come on.
the real
He has
truth
an
about
assistant
batteries.
that gets batteries. So
I have seen a lightning bolt necklace on the Energizer Bunny, though.
So, let's see. So Schwartz is like, yeah, you need to address those things. Because, like, what if you're gone for a week, but then there's a storm or some kind of natural disaster? Like, she can't use a flashlight. So Sandoval's like,
Yeah, there's definitely a disconnect. We argue more than we used to. And there's like times when I try and say something like, fuck you, stupid women, stop having an opinion and using your mouths when the men are trying to talk. And she won't even be like, hey, Tom, you've got a point there, dude. I can count on in one hand in our 9 years together where Ariana's ever said, wow, you're right.
Yeah.
We've watched this show for 10 years, and I can't name on one hand the amount of times you've been right. Don't blame her. You are naturally wrong, okay? You have turned yourself into the lead singer of a cover band, and you can't hit notes. You are a wrong person.
Well, honestly, dude, like, don't do what I do, which is procrastinate on that. Like, oh, we're gonna go to therapy. Oh, I'll be back once the bar's open. Or I do promise I'll take a shower this week. You know, you don't want to be Mr. Eventually.
It's time for a commercial. It's time.
Hey, I'm Brooke.
And I'm Arisha.
And we're the hosts of Wondery's podcast, Even the Rich, where we bring you absolutely true and absolutely shocking stories about the most famous families and the biggest celebrities the world has ever seen.
Our newest series is all about the teen movie icon Gabrielle Union. After spending her childhood trying to assimilate and breaking into a racist industry, Gabrielle thought her success meant someone else had to fail. But when she's faced with hard choices beyond her control, she realizes that the only way to find real success is to come together and build community.
In our series, Gabrielle Union, Bigger, Badder, Better, we'll tell you how she shook off her need for perfection, found her true self, and created the life she always wanted.
Follow Even the Rich wherever you get your podcasts. You can listen ad-free on Amazon Music or the Wondery app.
For a Crappens commercial.
So then we go to Sandoval's home with Ariana, and Ariana's sitting on the couch like... I don't know how Ariana's been on the show this much this long, because Ariana in every scene literally is like, this is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever been a part of. It's like, what am I doing here? Why are there cameras in my fucking house right now? So she's sitting there like rolling her eyes, and Sandoval's like, hey dumpling, want a dumpling latte, dumpling? Yeah. He's like, you want to hear the sound of music? It's the toilet paper I bought. Getting horny over there. It's like, fucking idiot, Tom.
So she's got logos for the restaurant, and she's like showing him the logos. He's like, oh, those are really cool. If you want to make any revisions, there are pens in the desk. Just want to point that out. And by the way, is there anything I can help you out with before I try to take over your idea and make it my own? Anything? Remember the cocktail book?
So, yeah, he's going to come up with the sandwich book next. So they start talking about Katie and Lala, and he's like, yeah, but they were like rough after the beach, dude. And she's like, yeah. And I was like, you know, Lala, I'm not mad at you, but you know what? Like, I'm not like Sandoval's mom. Like, you should have left, Tom. You should have known this isn't a place I could get a lift. Like, you know you're a fucking idiot, right? I don't have to tell you you're a fucking idiot, right? He's like, yeah.
And he's basically like, well, he says, oh, well, I didn't want to go up there because I knew if I got up there, like, if I was with you, I would try to fix the situation. And, you know, she's like, but that is how you are, and, like, you can't help that. And, like,
what are you going to do? Try and plug grandma back in? I just didn't want to try and fix your dead grandma, you know? Like, at least, like, get a fly swatter, you know? Like, roll her up a hill and then just roll her back down really fast and hope that the spirit comes back into her. Like, make it better. She's dead. Fucking moron, this guy.
So he's like, yeah. So, well, you know, sometimes I feel like lately, like, we haven't been as connected. Like, there's been, like, a lot of things that have been, like, bothering me and stacking up, like, piles of toilet paper. And they've just been swept under the rug. Also, like, the toilet paper. And, like, it feels like my very presence annoys you. And she's like, it's not, God, how many times do I have to say this? It's not your presence. I never say things. Oh, you're snapping at me.
Yeah, stop that. You're snapping at me. Like, and you belittle me in front of people. Because you're, like, yelling at women in front of people, Tom. That's when she berates you. You know what I mean? Like, so, we see, I love that they just keep peppering in the clips of Ariana going, Tom, stop. You're being weird. So he's like, and that really hurts my feelings. And she goes, yeah, you're the person that I want to hang out with, and you won't hang out with me. Like, I would just want to have it be us. And I've said that for months, but then you have to like go peacock all night. And like everyone else gets that version of you. And like, I just get the leftovers, the guy who's like walking around masturbating with batteries or like sticking his dick into toilet paper rolls.
Well, I feel like with all the things you've been like going through and the shit you've been dealing with, I don't feel like we're connected the way we should be. Like, your dog died, your grandma died, you're going through a shitty time. Like, what about me? Like, we didn't even take a picture at Sheena's wedding. And there were like fire dancers there. How can we not take a photo, dude, in Mexico?
You're lucky not many phone cams were out that weekend, sir.
Yeah. So she's like, I don't think taking a picture together at the wedding is a marker of whether or not we're connected. He goes, okay, dude, but yes, it is.
And yes, it is. I mean, yes, it is. I think it is too. I mean, this scene was pretty interesting to me because Ariana's like, so we were together at a wedding for a whole weekend and we didn't see each other. So fucking what, Tom, you idiot? I thought this scene was really interesting because it's not the first time. Because in the beginning of the season, their first scene together was that U-Haul scene where he's like, I gotta go but get a couch. And she's like, can I come with you? Because like, I never see you. And that was the saddest thing where she's like, can we go on a U-Haul date? And then he ignored her in the used furniture store. Ugh.
Yeah.
So it's not the first time we've seen hints of problems, but this is the most we've seen it so far. Because for the audience, we've known about Sandoval so long before this happened. To me, it was like, oh my God, this came out of nowhere. How could this happen? And now I'm like, she literally wants to start him on fire. And I'm sitting here watching this, like, wishing I could hand her matches. Like, just...
I also want to point out...
Before we even knew what was happening, I'm like, kill him.
I also want to point out that, like, it doesn't matter how many rolls of brawny or big pins you got, Ariana. She went couch shopping with you. That counts for all of them. It's all fully negated.
So he goes, yeah, but like, it is important to take pictures of weddings, all right? I'm like, what, is everything I'm going to say, are you going to disagree with me?
It's called having a conversation, first of all. And
So
she
fragile.
goes, no, because I actually agree about the part about us being disconnected. I mean, remember when we would cook dinner and put on the war on drugs? Like, which side were you fighting for?
I was going to say, Vanderpump Rules is the losing side of that one. So he's
actually,
like,
they're winning that one. They're winning.
He's
the
like,
drugs are winning for
he's
sure.
like, well, then let's do it. Let's do it. Let's listen to war on drugs.
Yeah, he
He starts
does his
crying.
fake tears. This is he's my favorite fake crier, Bravo, because there's so many. Well, Jen Shaw's a good one. She goes, that one's good. But Sandoval's is like a dance move where he's like spirit fingering on his face. He's like,
Well, let's do it. Let's do it.
Well, but the balls of this guy to complain about they're disconnected and saying, I just want us to be better. I just want us to be more intimate, like me and Raquel. Like, can you imagine he's actively having an affair with Raquel and saying this right now on camera?
so he's like,
But I want to be better. And, like, I want us to be more intimate. Like, having sex, like, 4 times a year, that also affects me.
and she's like, okay, well, maybe you need to spend time with me because I can't have sex with a stranger. And I was like, really? It's
Not a gay
literally the
man.
best kind to have, okay?
Not a gay man.
Listen, women teach us a lot. And I think it's important for us to give back.
Yeah, she's
Fuck
like
more strangers.
She's like, you can't telepath your dick into a vagina from the Abbey. I was like, well, there is Grindr. So Sandoval's like, well, what is what you would consider us going out? And she's like, I don't know, like doing an activity, going on a walk around the neighborhood, making dinner together, not necessarily us going out and getting drunk together. And he's like, this is your definition of quality time. She's like, no, this is the definition of quality time.
No, it's not. It's yours.
So he's sitting here going, it's not. That's your definition. That's not quality time.
And
And this is the same guy who's sitting here saying, she's always disagreeing with me.
He's literally yelling too much because that's how he is. He's like, and then Ariana just like rolls her eye and scrolls through her phone. She's like,
So the producer's like, what's your definition of quality time? He's like, I don't know, dude. Like, let's take some mushrooms together and watch the sunrise. Let's go skinny dipping in the pool. Let's like get 14 young children together and make a youth orchestra and go around the country and singing Rick Springfield songs.
I need like stimuli. All right.
you need vocal lessons and you need
a razor.
line cooks.
So then, this is my favorite part.
Oh,
So
now
this
it's
is what
the
got
gay.
me mad. I was
Now
like,
they bring the gay into it.
Let me tell you something. Now my trigger points have been really touched with this part. I'm really mad about this. Tom's like, well, why don't you like wild out and get drunk? Like you always are like wilding out and getting drunk and singing songs with Logan. Like you don't do that with me. And she's like, you don't like the same things we do. And he's like, yeah, I do. Like you think I don't like fucking Beyonce? Like high in love and crazy and drinking, and if you like it, put a necklace on it. And what is it?
The things that's funny is that he does like all the same things Logan likes. He likes going to the Abbey, which is a gay bar, and you know they're playing Beyonce there all the time. And he likes doing what Ariana likes doing, which is singing karaoke, and she's actually really good, which is kind of funny because she's an actual singer. He's just not as good as her, so he doesn't like doing it with her.
So then she says, this is some damning evidence here. She's like, Tom, you don't sit there and watch episodes of Love Island with me. And then Thomas Sandoval goes, well, I don't have the time to watch 15 goddamn episodes of Love Island. You shut your mouth, sir. All right?
Yeah.
I got a text and says, fuck you. Fuck you.
But also, this is a real relationship issue. We have this issue. Because every summer, this bullshit slut show comes on, okay?
Those who know, know. Those who know, know.
If you're...
Listen.
This show literally hurts my feelings to watch this show. They bring people on, because I tried watching it to help our relationship, right? Like, I made the effort. And it hurts my feelings. They try to get picked so bad, and then they feel so ugly, and then they run off and drown themselves or what. It's terrible. It's a fucking terrible show. Okay?
It's literally the log line for Vanderpump Rules, too.
But this is a real relationship issue, because every fucking summer, guess who shows up like, oh, yeah, you're looking real fit. You're looking real fit, right? And why are you talking like that? Oh,
it's
from
still
Love Island.
early days, Ronnie. It's still early days. It's early days.
I'm like, I don't get it.
The good news is that we got good bands. We got good bands, Ronnie. Don't worry.
And he doesn't fucking stop. And you know what? And it's karma for all those years I kept making Game of Thrones references before he ever watched it. And I remember editing those episodes and the line just went dead. It would be like, oh my God, that girl's like Cersei being walked through the village naked while a lady follows her with a ring going, dong, shame, dong, shame. And he's like, fucking watch that, you know?
But I put in the work. I binged Game of Thrones. I binged Succession. And here I am. Which means, Ronnie, you now have to binge 5,000 episodes of Love Island UK.
We're gonna make it.
No, I was like deeply offended by this whole Love Island thing. I was like, really, fuck you. Fuck you right now.
Also, Tom Sandoval, if you maybe paid a little more attention to Love Island, you might figure out how to get your girlfriend to fuck you. Because that's literally what the show's about.
So then he's like, yeah, I don't have time to watch Love Island. So Ariana goes, that's literally all we talk about. So he goes, wait, fuck. I like to think that Love Island may have been the breaking point in this.
Well, and it's just also the gay boyfriend argument. Because I think Ariana fell in love with Tom Sandoval because he was her gay boyfriend. He was just like a straight I'm not saying he's
Let me-
gay. I'm just saying he's got like the tendency. He's got the personality of a gay with the penis of a straight guy. You know?
Let me tell you something. If you cared about your lady, you would watch Love Island for her, because guess what? Guess who watches Love Island? My man. For me.
You see what this show fucking does to Ben? I'm telling you. He talks
I'm
about
a
Love
gay.
He talks about Love Island and starts circle snapping. Okay?
I'm alive.
All right. So let's go over it. So that basically they have a long pause because Ariana's like, I don't know what to do with him when he's like this, so she's like scrolling on the phone. And then he just goes, and he
Speaking
goes,
of... sorry.
oh no, he's like, I love you. I just want us to get better, dude. And she's like, you have walls up too. They're just like different walls than mine.
They're just stupid-looking, tacky, annoying walls that don't appreciate a good reality binge-a-thon. So, speaking of British things, as I was about to say before, if you're wondering why I'm speaking a British accent, we're going to James and Ali's apartment. James is like, oh my god, in case you didn't hear, I'm still opening for Cascade. You know, not a single spot on your glasses when you use Cascade.
He's on the phone with his brother. He's like, all right, everything's good. All right, you're just going to take care of the cat, right? So just take care of the cat, because I'm going to be performing for Cascade. Is Mom there? Is Mom there? All right, give Mom a kiss. All right, you're still giving Mom a kiss? That's a loud kiss. All right, stop giving Mom the kiss now, Harry. Harry, come back. Harry, get off my mother, Harry. Get off.
Wait a second. Is that Cascade that's there? Is Cascade making out with Mum? What the fuck? What the actual fuck? Wait, Mum's starting for Cascade now? Well, this is actually fucked right now.
So then he does my favorite thing. He goes into his living room to his DJ set, and then he starts like playing his little like triangle lights, and he's like,
Ali comes in. She's like, "Oh, are you practicing? I mean, pressing play." And he's like, I'm so nervous. I'm so excited, but I'm so nervous. But I'm also excited, but also nervous, but excited, but I'm nervous, but I'm excited, but nervous. Like, oh, sorry, Allah.
you know, like the time has come, and I'm finally going to be going to the Imagine Festival in Georgia. There's not going to be any fat people there. It's just going to be me.
It's not a real festival, but that's why you have to imagine it.
Me at a pool party. And I can read it on the flyer. My name with Cascade. Then my name down here. It's amazing. It really is. You know, and Ali's coming with me because we want to support each other and things. Not only that make us happy, but on needs. Like, my DJing is literally paying for this support.
Ali does not want to go to this festival. She's like looking at the rundown and being like, wait, they're shooting the season finale party and we're not going to it? And we have to go to Georgia to a pool party?
She's like, oh my God, are you playing that song again? You know what? I want to hear it again. Start it over. No one has ever said that about an EDM song. You know, start it over. It never stops. It's like, oh, could we start that over? I missed the first 16
there's some
bars
nuances
of that.
I missed.
Yeah.
Tell Dan Summit. So then, what was that guy's name? They went and saw him on Southern. Remember on Southern Hospitality? They're like, we are going to Tampa to see Dan Summit. John Summit. Paul Summit. So,
wasn't that the NASCAR thing?
No, they went to NASCAR, but then there was a story like, Travis and I, we built up music. We're going to go to Tampa. Someone named John Summit's going to be there.
Oh.
It's going to be great.
I only remember the NASCAR thing where Grace Lilly's like, you want fuck? My name's Grace Lilly. I love that you drive cars.
By the way, Southern Hospitality is going to be so good this season because those kids are hungry and thirsty and they see what's going on with Vanderpump Rules. They're going to be like, shit, we got to raise the stakes.
Every day it's going to be about someone betraying each other on that show.
So Allie's like, so what am I supposed to wear to this sandwich party? And James is like, well, Lisa's going to be there. She's like, so am I supposed to like wear a gown or something?
He's like, no, a hamburger bun, you fucking idiot. It's a sandwich shop. Don't make me look fat.
So he's like, first impressions are important when it comes to Lisa Vanderpump. I mean, it's like introducing her to my mum. Oh, God, that was one thing, introducing her to my mum. My mum started licking her face and then tried pulling out one of her cavities to get the silver out of it. Oh, never forget that day. Well, anyway, I just want everyone to get along, right?
That was grim. Well, I mean, I know she's not the best, but that's going to terrify me tonight. Just like, I smell silver. This could be like, she's like Chef Penny's minion. Name a sandwich after me, or I send Jacqueline after your line of silver teeth. So
Listen, James's mom has been through some rough times.
she has. So Allie wants James to go to a therapist because she believes in fantasy. And so
And he's like, all right. She's like, Monday, right? And he goes, yeah, Monday I'll see about setting up a session with somebody. All right, you know? It's hard to go on and search for a therapist, all right? I've gone on the therapy pages and I just keep typing, not fat, not fat.
she's like, I mean, I don't think you've been crazy or bad. You've just only
really?
been like crazy and bad, you know?
Yeah.
And I didn't like what I saw at Hermosa. Like, do you know how embarrassing it is to have a boyfriend who gets water in his eye and then goes screaming off into the bathroom? That's what I want you to work on.
I want therapy. All right? You know, like, you watch a movie, you know, get therapy. Crazy people, all right? Whose lives are in shambles. Look. James. Babe.
James.
You were a busboy who fucked a literal psycho to get on this show. You punched her Mercedes, spit on her door, and emotionally abused her before you found yourself homeless and possibly giving blowjobs to some fucking 60-year-old creepo in Beverly Hills.
I know, behind a
and
shade.
sleeping behind a room divider for 2 seasons.
I like the way he describes his come up, though. He's like, you know what? I had $12 when I was 16 working at the Coffee Bean at South Beverly Boulevard. And now look at me in a 1-bedroom apartment.
And he goes, oh, the people saying that there's a problem with me? Look at your life. Look at my life.
He goes,
fat life. Thin life.
Cascade life, not Cascade. And he goes, I don't have childhood trauma. I don't need to talk about my engagement failing or my fucking world-class proposal going to shit or my daddy issues or my mom biting out my brother's silver tooth. I don't have trauma whatsoever. I'm like, James, I have trauma from your trauma at this point. I go to sleep thinking about how children broke your arm.
I've gone to sleep thinking about James's trauma. I saw that creepy guy at some restaurant that he used to like whatever with, that guy. He showed up like Liza Minnelli because he was on that show twice. And he had like a big like group around. It was like like Craig's or something. Like I always go to Craig's. I don't. But he was there. And I just thought, that guy's been inside of James. And it bothered me.
Mentally got inside his mind. Guys. Stop being perverted.
It hurt me.
Stop
I was like,
being
this
perverted.
town is horrible. I'm leaving this place. I will never be used
You guys
again.
have dirty minds. I don't know where you're getting it. This poor, untraumatized man.
Don't leave things up to imaginations when it's my imagination. This is his fault.
Yeah. So now it's time to get ready for the big party, which is a big party. And so we have Lala and, magnetic personality, Christina. Bringing out a little burger bag.
Like, oh my God, I'm so glad that we're getting ready together for this party. This is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
It's going to be like a sandwich party.
Do you like this burger clutch?
I mean, it's not really a sandwich. I mean, it's a burger. It's like a hamburger sandwich. I guess it's a sandwich. That's cute.
Yeah,
That's
I got
really
it because it
cute.
looks like Rand.
Yeah, that's...
So, so over at Something About Her, Ariana and Katie are setting up like the famed small table has arrived and it's sitting there. They're setting it up. It's very cute. It's very nice.
And
And
they're both such restaurant workers too, because Katie goes, so should we steam this tablecloth? And Ariana's like, no.
So, and then we cut to Schwartz's apartment, which is like a hellhole, a literal, disgusting, gross, sweaty, cum-stained sock hellhole. You guys know. You've seen it. It's terrible.
I do love that he does push-ups just like me. Okay, this is my imitation of his push-up.
For those listening at home, Ronnie is just lying down on the table.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that was good. Getting back into it.
So Sandoval comes over and he's got something on his shirt, and Schwartz is like, "What happened to your shirt?" There's like, "Oh, dude, I think I spilled coffee on it, maybe like white coffee." And have you guys never heard of a latte? Excuse me.
So he's like, I'm going to go into this party like hyper positive. Like, I work out now. Like, it's totally changed my insides. And Sandoval's like, you're okay with Katie, right? And he's like, yeah, like, if I get any sense of Katie being uncomfortable and I haven't made her uncomfortable, I'm going to make sure to go in there and make her uncomfortable so she's not uncomfortable about something that I didn't cause, you know?
Yeah. I'll be sure to gaslight her.
I want her to be comfortable in her uncomfortability. So.
Yeah. So apparently there was some gossip that leaked saying that Schwartz and Raquel had made out again. And so then that caused Katie to send a whole bunch of texts. So Katie sent a text that was like, dude, like, you're calling Raquel your dude bro? Like, LOL, okay, Tom.
Yeah, because he's like, she's my dude bro. She's more like my bro, my dude, bro. Like,
and so she's like, your dude bro? And he's like, that's 1,000% a lie, like, on my life. Like, I've never kissed her since Cancun, which I'm sure is a very convincing text message.
So Sandoval's like, did you see Katie's mom? And he's like, yeah, she's really upset with me because, like, her daughter's distraught and I'm causing it. And this is my impersonation of me. No, this is my impersonation of Katie and Katie's mom whenever I go inside to pick up the dogs. And he's got this little toy, like, lamb or goat, and he picks it up and he goes, you hurt me, Tommy.
So then we go back over to Sa, and Chef Penny is in the back making the sandwiches. And this is where we find out her, like, devilish proposal. She's like, so are you going to name a sandwich after me? If Lisa Vanderpump has a sandwich, I better have a sandwich. And if you don't give me a sandwich by the stroke of midnight tonight, I will make sure your leopard tattoo disappears forever.
Oh my God, are you kidding? She'd be like the fairy fucking godmother to make that thing go away. The fuck is that thing? How do you still have that? Help yourself. I mean, at some point in your life, you just have to start fixing yourself. We are 40, okay? Everyone look around at each other and promise your neighbor you will do something to fix yourself this year. Get that leprosy off your goddamn wrist, lady. And now she's got another thing on there that's like her new haircut as a tattoo next to... Have you seen that? The fuck is that? A cartoon version of her? What is it?
Bob. So now people start coming over to the big sandwich preview. And everyone's eating the sandwiches and stuff. And then Lisa...
Okay. We're going to shit talk these sandwiches now. I'm sorry. Boo me now. Boo me now and get it over with. Listen to what's very important to me. Sandwiches. I believe in sandwiches. I've supported sandwiches my entire goddamn life. I'll even eat a Jimmy John's, and he's a terrible big game hunter, okay? But I believe at his core, he's good because he is a sandwich person, okay? These are not sandwiches. These are shit your mother made. Oh, this Mother's Day. I can't say that. Hold on. Let me think of something else.
Your father.
This is your father. This is when your mother was off supporting the family like the hero bitch she is. And she's left your dad at home to make lunch. And he's like, look, I made you 4 kinds of sandwiches, and they all have extra thin, whole wheat sliced bread from the grocery store. Fuck that sandwich shop. You better get some French rolls, some baguettes, some bagel sandwich would be good. A beignet, maybe a little beignet type thing. And don't you dare serve me fucking Wonder Bread made out of whole wheat.
I just don't like a sandwich wrapped in paper that's the same color as the bread because I'm gonna eat that paper.
You eat the paper.
That's my issue.
I used to eat it on purpose because I looked up the calorie count of paper and there's no calories in it.
Yes,
So
lovely
stupid.
low calorie wood.
Yeah.
So
Nothing like pooping out a paper airplane every once in a while.
So Lisa Vanderpump walks in and she's like, "Oh, I'm so happy to see them actually moving forward. You know, they've got space, they've got a concept, they've got sandwiches, and I always say, if you want something, say it, ask a man. If you want something done, ask a woman. And if you want a giant clock with a pendulum, ask Nicolene!"
So,
Sorry to
Tim-
step on your woo. It was an empowering moment. Your woo was deserved.
So James was like, "Hello, Lisa. Hello, it's me, good boy James. You're looking thin tonight. So, Lisa, I'm about to go to my big music festival.
You might know that
Georgia.
because for some reason I'm wearing giant headphones at a sandwich party.
Poor Lisa Vanderpump can barely pretend with James anymore. She's like, "Are you really, James? So how many people are you playing in front of this time, darling, all right? Is it anything compared to the fives of people you've been bringing to cut fitness nights over at Sir?"
Because, oh, it doesn't really matter how many I'm playing to. It's the connections, you know? Like, you meet so many people when they're doing cannonballs into the pool, you know?
And my baby's coming to support me, aren't you, baby?
Can I stay? Can I please stay? I want to be part of the show. I want to be in the family. Don't make me go to Georgia. I don't know who Cascade is.
And LVP is like, "Oh, she's coming to keep an eye on you, old bet." And every time she tries to be funny with humorless people, that's why she's not on Beverly Hills anymore. They're like, "How dare you?"
Yes.
Oh, Eileen still every day watches this show and is like, "I can't believe she made a comment about me sleeping with a married man." So LVP's like, "Yeah, so I guess she's going to keep an eye on you." And Allie's like, "No, I'm going to support him."
I was like,
outta
Allie, you
here.
better watch it. And Jim's like, "Oh, she's not a pushover. She stands her ground." I'm like, "She's dating you. She's inherently a pushover." So she's like, "Well, she needs to be the other half of James Kennedy, because in his life, you need to hold tight and stand strong with this one. He can be disrespectful. It's to me he's not, but that's because if I would, kick him off the show."
You're with James Kennedy. Hold on tight and always make sure you've got a clean mirror and a razor blade so he's not getting his nose dirty on a stripper's ass, darling.
Well, I think he's getting a therapist on Monday to talk about some anger issues. Oh, again. Oh, that's adorable.
A therapist. Isn't that cute?
Oh, is this number 7?
Is it Dr. Ben or Dr. Jerry?
Is this one going... Is this one going to do the hypnosis? That was hilarious.
Last time we went to therapy, it was going to eat ice cream instead of doing Coke. That's like, that doesn't count.
It's going to be like a goat walking on his forehead.
So James like, "Well, happy birthday. I love you, Lisa." She's like, "Oh, I love you. And I do love you, Jamesy. Now let me try the sandwich. I like the presentation. Ooh, very school lunch for poor people. Is this peanut butter?"
I'm sorry. I can't quite seem to find the sea bass in here, or as I call it, the Patagonian toothfish.
Hey, Lisa, that's the Greek's gonna fuck your face off salad sandwich, all right? Oh, Chef, don't let her name things, darling. Let her create things, not name things.
So in walks Terry, and Terry. Katie's like, "I'm so happy, like, my mom could be here to see me make sandwiches. And, like, I just want her to get comfortable here because I'm going to be putting her ass to work." Yeah, I'm dragging her into this mess for next year.
I'm so proud of you, Katie, that we've come to this place where I raised you working for me in a restaurant that was 19 times the size of this shoebox with a whole wheat bread basket. And, well, I'm so proud of you, honey.
So Lisa turns and goes, "Are you having a proud moment, lady?" And Terry's like, "I am. I have goosebumps all over. I have to take a picture." "Not of your goosebumps. I don't need a photo of that."
No, nobody needs
No,
that,
of the
darling.
sandwiches.
The sandwiches. Okay. So then more people arrive. Lala, Logan, Christina. Well, one of the Logans arrives. And then Christina is like, "Hey, is Raquel gonna come?" And we find out that Raquel is not coming. There's
Well,
something
in this
not about
restaurant,
her.
she's probably coming down the street as we speak. But then we get
Ronnie,
a Sheena ringtone.
Corner.
And Sheena is FaceTiming into the party. She's like,
Oh my God, you're not going to believe this. I was going to come to something about her, but then, I wasn't feeling very good, and I was like, no, there's no way I have COVID right now. I swear to God, there's no fucking way. I'm sorry, Summer Moon. Sorry, don't say that. Don't say, only mommy can say that. So then I took the test, and the test says it, but I don't feel like I have it, but the test is telling me I have it, so I can't go to your party.
Yeah. It was really confusing for Brock because I'm like, "Guess what? It's positive." He's like, "Oh, that's great news." "No, but that's negative news." "But I thought you said it was positive." "No, it's positive." "No, I thought you said, but then that is positive." "No, positive test." "So it's a negative result." "No, it's not negative.
And Ariana's like, look, everybody, it's Sheena on the phone. It's like,
Oh my God, hi, everybody. Hi, Terry. What are you eating? Those sandwiches look really good. Is that peanut butter? That's a lot of really flat sandwiches. Looks really good. Wish I was there.
This is what the sandwich heard as the phone was being passed around. The sandwiches were like, "Someone take us to Subway."
So then the Toms come. They both have flowers, and which means they've both done bad things, very
Yep.
bad things today.
Well, because Schwartz knows he's about to undermine Katie and gaslight her, so he gets her flowers to start the process.
Nothing says I'm not really sorry like Trader Joe's flowers. So
Yeah.
why do those flowers last 5 minutes? Why does literally everything at Trader Joe's last 5 minutes? I want to love you, Trader Joe's. You've got the only jelly beans that I find delicious. But goddamn, if I buy an onion there, if there's not a worm in it 2 days later,
my God.
whatever the fuck lives
Don't
in those
get that
things.
produce. Oh,
You'll
God.
open it, it's just brown and there's nothing. It's like a little cave. It's cavernous. I'm like, was this an onion ever? What are you selling me?
Yeah, those apples, there's always some little worm that was in a Wes Anderson movie in there.
God. Don't eat organic. Disgusting. Disgusting shit comes in that stuff.
So they come in, and then Terry has them all get together for a photo. It's a very mom moment. It's very cute. And then Ariana and Katie are posing with the sign. It's a very sweet, lovely unveiling of this whole thing.
And Katie's like the positive, happy Katie. She always is. Schwartz is like, wow, I just want to say, wow, it's so bold to have all these white walls and one table in a restaurant. Whoa, I mean, that's so smart. It's going to be such a great restaurant, Katie. And Katie's like she's just been completely cheated on by a bus full of women, that have come off. So then the mom takes the pictures and stuff. And Katie's like, well, everybody, this was just the beginning. This is a vision of the future. I'm like, the vision? It's a blank wall.
It's a table.
You didn't even get a poster up in here.
It's a table with glasses from Schwartz and Sandy's on it. It's not a good vision. But I have faith. This is the business I have the most faith. I don't have faith in myself right now.
It's that gay talk we had earlier.
Guys, I am just getting gayer by the second.
He's not going to get an S out for the rest of the night.
I have faith in this business, bitch.
I have faith in this business. So Ariana's like, yeah, and thanks to Schwartz and Sandy's for the glassware. And Terry's like, in that case, I'm going to throw the glasses down. Ha ha.
So now
Terry came to kick some ass tonight, okay? Terry's going to have her scene. I love that
Terry's
Terry
turn.
It's Terry's turn, man. Sheena's not. She's like, Sheena's not here. You know that Sherry slipped some positive COVID tests under Sheena's door.
I love that theory. So now they all go to Sir. Lisa's like, all right, enough time in the competing business. Come back to mine. So they go there and they walk in and Christina's like, hi, Lisa. Remember me? Get her out of here. So everyone's saying hi. Actually, like Lisa's like on the phone, like ignoring Schwartz. Schwartz's like, hey, Lisa, how's it going? She's like, smelly man, get out of here.
So Schwartz goes over to talk to Terry. We have like a little monologue from Tom Sandoval that's like,
You know, being here and just like trying to support my girl, dude. It's like great. I'm proud of her, but we're growing so distant.
like shut, I can't with this
Yeah.
fucking guy.
Oh,
Like,
I hate when he says this. He goes, the issues that Ariana and I are having are not just her fault. Excuse me.
it's
Yes.
some of it you just have to skip because it's too hard watching him plant these seeds. Like, it's been so bad for so long. Like, you needed to do that before you were fucking somebody else. Like, these seeds, this is no longer a valid garden that you've planted.
Yeah.
It's just annoying, and I don't like it. And we're still at the part of the show where we can't really yell at him yet because it's not happening. We don't know yet it's happening. But man, when we see those previews for the next couple of weeks,
I'm ready to
like,
yell.
yes!
I'm ready to yell.
Girl, it's like a
Keeping it
hanging in a public
light.
square. You know, I'm at home right now weaving rope. I'm like, I cannot.
You know what though?
Fucking-
No, I don't need to wait for next week. I'm ready to yell now. Because the truth is,
Like we haven't been all night.
I'm like,
I'm like,
that- well-
literally, wheat bread.
listen, I'm a gentle soul. But no, but like I really, first of all, he says, "Oh, they're not all her fault." Like, thanks for the shred of accountability. And then he's like, "I'm hoping we can get back to where we were because it's the best relationship I've ever been in." But why are you fucking Raquel? Why are you fucking Raquel? I just don't like that. I don't like that. Don't tell me it's the best relationship and then you're having an affair.
In
Keeping it
other
light.
ways, we praise this kind of behavior. It's like, don't quit a job until you're sure you have another job.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's going on here. I mean, I think it was made pretty clear that this relationship should die. I mean, it was clear to me a couple of years ago when we really started to see Tom that, look, Ariana's always been better than Tom. This is not a
Always.
shocker. This is not a shocker that she's better than Tom. But, yeah, today I was like, I'm not happy you cheated, but god damn, I'm glad this is over. You know?
And now Ariana has like this hot new piece of ass she's walking around with.
Also,
we're
and
just
I'm
very
also
happy.
glad it was in a sick way, as much as it's going to hurt her over the next couple of weeks to watch it on TV. I'm almost glad it happened in this way because it's so blown up that there's no chance of fucking repairing it. You know, there's no chance.
Yeah.
And there's no his side, and there's no him winning in the end. It's like, you're terrible, die alone, and we can concentrate on this now, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Oh, God. So now let's go to Terry.
Now for the thing that I'm really interested in, which is Lisa Vanderpump trying to eat a sandwich. Which it turns out I don't think she's ever done. Because she's like, Raquel, do you want me to taste this sandwich to make sure they haven't poisoned you? She's like, actually, yes. And so Lisa takes the sandwich, and there's like arugula sticking out, and she like pulls the arugula out, and then she like stuffs it in her mouth as if she were her own bird regurgitating into her own mouth. She's like, oh. I'm like, Lisa, that's not how sandwiches work. Did you guys see that? Was that just me? She's like, darling.
She's like forcing it all the way down her throat.
She's like, I'll get it down. Usually I reserve this kind of behavior for Christmas and birthdays, but I'll get...
So Schwartz sits down with Terry, and he's like,
Get
"Oh."
it!
Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's always worth it for a little extra. Get it. So, but we've got like 2 more hours to go. So,
Yeah.
so
This is definitely the part in the show where we thank the husbands and the friends who have been brought along.
We say, Barack, thank you, Barack, for
Thank you,
being
Barack.
patient.
Thank you.
So Schwartz is like, hey, Terry. Oh, man, we had so much fun when we hung out last time. She's like, actually, we didn't, and you're literally gaslighting me right now. She goes,
But
yeah,
it's so funny because he's doing his whole like, oh, Terry, hi. Oh my God, you're still my mom, right? This
I
is
know.
so crazy.
This is, like,
you're like my
demented.
mother-in-law, then I'm happy to live in law. What a great state. I love you, Terry. You're so cute. Oh my God. Peekaboo. Peekaboo, Terry. And she's just
like,
looking at him
yeah, we had a nice Mother's Day, like, thank you. It was just so sweet. You see, that was back when you and Katie were together and all those mimosas that you poured on her head. Like, that was a sweet memory.
It actually was fun when you guys were together. It was like having our own mimosa fountain. But you just added such a darkness to the whole thing, Tommy. Why, Tommy?
Oh, we had a good cry. And just as it was hard to break up with Katie, just know it was just as hard not being able to spend holidays with you.
Yeah, well, I always told you were family, Tommy. But you know what? You blew it, Tommy.
You blew it.
You blew it. But you and Katie, of course you're going to date, but you had a mutual agreement. No one in the friend group.
I was like, oh, okay. Now here's where Terry's going to go too far as the mom, and I'm here for it. I personally got extremely nervous because, as some of you know, my mother's a fucking Looney Tune, okay? You don't want my mom fighting you over me. Like, if I bring my mom into a fight, you're going to die.
Yeah.
There's no escape from this bitch. Sorry for saying the bitch, but she would love it. She's that kind of bitch.
Yeah.
The first live show she ever came to, we were in Texas, okay? And my mom was shocked. She was like, but there's so many people. She didn't know what a podcast was. She was like, this is amazing, right? So she's wearing this big fur coat and these big gold earrings coming down and these big fake diamonds coming down. She's walking around with her big done hair and all her friends with their big hair and their fur coats. So I'm like, you're going to get spray painted. You cannot dress like that. She's like, I don't give a fuck. I said, are you already drunk? She's like, I don't fucking care. Just show me. And then she walked right up to people in the front row and said, these are my seats. And they got up and moved, and they were tweeting like, Ronnie's mom is terrifying, right? So then she gets drunker and drunker, okay? So we end up at this restaurant across the street. We're all partying. It's a really fun night. I'm talking to the sweetest, cutest guy, which is so rare at these shows. Like, it's like 98% of you are girls, 1% are husbands, and there's maybe like 0.0002 hot guy. You know what I mean? And I can't see you, so I'm not being personal against you. I mean, just look around. So we're across the street. I'm talking to this guy. He's being so nice. And my mom is literally like, this bitch over there told me I could have fucking kicked that bitch. She tried to take my seat. I'm like, Mom, it's a bar. So I said, we need to get you back to the hotel. And the guy goes, can I get you a car back? And she goes, fuck you! And she went like that. She literally pulled a Kim Richards, jumped across the table, and grabbed his neck. I had to drag her out. I was like, Dad! And my dad came and was dragging her out. And my mom was literally going, fuck you! As they drug her away to the Uber. That is my Mother's Day story. Don't fuck with a mom, man. Because your mom, you are exactly like your mom. I'm like that woman. I'm becoming more like her every day. I'm missing a red wig. I'm going to become her. And Katie is Terry. Because Terry is doing Katie shit by the book 100%. Tom's like, but I'm sorry. No, you're not, Tommy. You ruined everything, Tommy. Check your text. It's like, fuck you, Tommy, you little motherfucker, you piece of shit. Your dick doesn't even work.
Oh, I'm in the audience now, by the way. I'm not on the podcast anymore.
I'm sorry. I told Ben backstage, the Mother's Day thing's going to be a little rough for a minute. Just give me a minute. He's like, okay.
I'm just going to take a seat down there if you don't mind.
It's over. I'm done.
Ronnie Karam, ladies and gentlemen.
My God. Triggered.
So Schwartz gives his pity party to Terry, because he's going to try to turn the mom against the daughter, which is what Schwartz does, right?
Yes. He
right?
wants you to pick him, like,
Yeah.
look at me. Can you believe that your daughter was ever so mean to me?
Yeah, he's like, well, you got to remember that she divorced me. And it was the right decision. It was the right decision, but it broke my heart. Poor Tom Schwartz, heartbroken. And I was a mess. But 6 months went by and I was drunk in Mexico. And I met it with Raquel. And I wasn't even thinking about the tentative verbal agreement that Katie reminded me of 5 minutes earlier.
First of all, it didn't just happen. You went into the middle in a spotlight in the middle of a pool with a floating table, literally surrounded by a circle of people going, fuck her, fuck her,
food up, food up,
food up, food up, food up,
food up. There he is. But you know what, though? Let's also not forget that I'm sounding like I was doing a counterpoint, but I'm just doing it. I'm adding on. He also did this as a direct response to her refusing to shave his armpits. Like, if you were going to tell me he was like, oh, I wasn't thinking about Katie, you were literally committing an act of revenge.
Yeah. After
Armpit
stealing a piece
hair
of sushi.
revenge.
So then Terry's very dramatic. So she's like, Tommy, it was just such a slap in the face, Tommy. I was like, really, Terry? Was it that hard, Terry? So she's like, to any woman. I mean, today I'm sitting with Katie, and Katie starts crying. And she said, it's so important for me to have thin whole wheat bread for every sandwich. I'm sorry. She was talking about you. I can't get over the whole wheat.
She said that it was just so important to her. She's like, Ma, it's so important for me to have a friendship with Tom.
And he's like, I'm still here. I still fucking love Katie. She's still there. I can sense her. I don't even have to look at her to know I can take my drink and go like this. It'll be right on her head. I just know where her head will be when I pour out my drink. I feel her.
I don't even have to look around. I just sense her because suddenly I have the urge to make a beret out of a planter.
Katie's like, yeah, and I know where you are because you still smell like a river.
And so he's really laying it on thick, but Terry's not buying it. She's like, really? Well, what you did really hurt her, Tommy. And it hurt me. Was it worth it, Tommy? Was it worth it? Okay, can we stop acting like Schwartz impregnated Raquel with triplets, and now Katie is having to raise them on her own with no milk money? Calm down, okay?
So now we're going to literally a fucked up diabolical scene that I could not believe I was watching. This is the scene where Raquel tries to make herself feel okay with the fact that she's fucking Ariana's boyfriend, right?
So
that's what this scene was, right? This was her testing the waters, you guys aren't really in a relationship anymore, right? What I'm doing is cool, right?
Yes, this is her saying, Tom has been telling me that you guys are already broken up. He's tried to, and we know this from his Howie Mandel interview, bro, that Tom is claiming to have broken up with Ariana 5 times by the time all of this has happened. So Raquel is like, is that true?
Yeah.
Raquel, it takes her a minute, but you see that Raquel is finally going I wonder if Ariana really does mind, So she goes.
They go to the garden bar. So they go to the garden bar, and this is great. So they go there, and it starts off, Ariana's like, ugh, the garden bar. I fucking hated it. And then we get a flashback of the garden bar, which is great. This is my favorite flashback of the episode. Because Kristen walks up to the garden bar, and Ariana's behind it, and Kristen's like, Raquel, hi. Can I, get a drink from you? And Ariana's like, I don't really feel comfortable serving you alcohol. I repeat.
So Ariana's like, I'm really glad you're here, and like you were invited to the sandwich shop opening, but like I get it because like Katie is like there, and like I mean like I'm between you guys, and I really like you, and it's just so weird being that one person that's like in the middle of two other people. I'm like, just you wait.
Yeah. And in case you weren't cringing already, here's a direct quote from Ariana. You know, one thing I want to reiterate is that Raquel is still that sweet person. I fucking love her. Schwartz is the person you had the agreement with. But when I said that, she was like, well, we were at the wine shop last night, and then we all cried together and hugged and whatever, but then when you said go over... I don't know what I'm saying anymore. The point is I was cringing. I was cringing.
So she's like, yeah, and then we like talked it over in that wine shop, and then we like all cried and we like hugged, and like Katie stopped, you know, like stabbing you with that steak knife under the table. She's like, that was Katie?
Yeah, that trip into Vegas was really interesting. It changed me because I realized I shouldn't put so much emphasis on what other people think of me and trying to earn somebody's friendship. And I don't need to be friends with Katie. And like, I didn't want to ask though, like, how are you in Sandoval? Are you guys okay? Because when we were having sex last night, he was saying that he was like really unhappy.
So Ariana's like, well, we had a really big argument last night, and then next thing I know, Tom just comes up and starts charging my phone and then putting new batteries in the remote. Like, what? We can't even get through a whole fucking conversation. You know what I mean? Like, he literally changed a toilet paper roll that he had installed in the living room where there's not even a toilet. Like, I don't know how to fight with this person.
Yeah, he was talking about going to some place called like Casa Amor. So Raquel's like, he basically did, let's be honest.
Is that a Love Island
yes,
thing?
That was an So Raquel's like, well, I remember when I opened up to you about James and I not having sex, and you told me that sometimes Sandoval and you go through like dry spells. So
And Ariana's like, or what I call just like my normal life. Like, what's wrong with that? A dry spell's very good. You know what's bad? Wet spells. I don't want a wet spell. Keep the wet spell out of my house.
Yeah,
if you want a wet spell, let's do it on the street so we don't have to clean it up. And that goes back to only strangers, okay?
Yeah, no one ever says, oh, good, let me go visit that place during a monsoon. No, wet spells.
No, nobody wants a wet spot. So Ariana's like, yeah, we do have a dry spell because, like, you come home from working at night and you think you're going to whip out your dick and I'm going to be like, yeah, let's fuck. That's not... I mean, that is how it happens, right? Isn't that how it happens? I haven't been in many relationships, but that's pretty much how it happens. One of you comes home and it's like, well, do I want to talk to you? Not really, so guess I'll fuck you.
So Raquel's like, well, I feel like in a relationship you should want to like have sex. And Ariana's like, okay, yeah, but you have to be emotionally intimate before you're physically intimate. And Raquel's like, I don't understand.
Yeah. Raquel's like, I was with James for
like,
5 years, so she goes, but you are emotional intimate. And Ariana's like, I mean, like, we have to spend time together. We have to work on a connection. She goes, but do you feel like sexually attracted to him?
And Ariana's like, oh my God, I think he's so fucking hot. And then I don't know, you know, when she said that, Raquel's like, fuck. And then this breaks my heart because Ariana's like, and then I'm like not hot. And then you don't look at my body and say, that's what I want. Like, I want cellulite and fat thighs and big ass. Lies, Ariana, you were the hottest one on Bravo.
You know, that kind of talk is so hurtful because I know it hurts her and I know everybody has, you know, like we talk about our body issues and stuff like that. But beyond how much she's hurt, it's also hurtful. It's like getting to the end of Monopoly and like somebody wins and they're not even happy that they have that whole stack of money. And you're like, but you won. You know, you might as well put me down like the little dog over here. I've got nothing. I own nothing. I own like a fucking railroad and I've been to jail 3 times. And you fucking won Monopoly and you're crying? What's the point of even fucking playing Monopoly? I don't want to play this game.
So Raquel's like, stop it, Ariana. Like, stop. That makes me so sad that you feel shitty about yourself. Also, wait for 4 months for some news to come out.
Yeah, and she's crying, and she's like, a lot of us do this to ourselves in our own head, and that makes me sad because I do that to myself too. Now, listen, Raquel is a monster, but I believe what she's saying is true, and I believe that she does also have that in common with Ariana, which is a really low self-image, because that is how fucking predators like Tom Sandoval get off in the first place. They find people who hate themselves, and then they make themselves the savior. But then right when you start feeling good about yourself, they start fucking around on you so that you remember you still need them to feel good about yourself in the first place. So while Raquel is a monster, and I hope she gets hit by a car,
Keeping it light.
I also... She's not my favorite at the moment, but I also wish you a pleasant escape, ma'am. Even you.
So Raquel's like, okay, so clearly you want to stay in this relationship.
No, hold on. We're getting a lot of Rachel screenings. Now, I have to say this at every live show, and I'm going to say it again. I don't care how much I hate your guts. You have a right to identify with a Q if you want to. I'm not going to tell you you can't go by a made-up fucking name. My name was going to be Wadea. Okay?
I just can't swap back and forth between them calling her Raquel and her being Rachel. So I just do Raquel, and I'm okay with that.
Also, Rachel to me is
Thank you
Rachel
for applauding that moment of empowerment.
Rachel to me
Thank
is
you.
Rachel from Friends, and Raquel is no Rachel.
Anyway, the point is, this
She
is
can
a really
keep her
fucked
cute.
up scene where Raquel clearly trying to see if the landscape is okay for her to do this. Okay? So now we go forward. Okay, settle down. We heard it.
So Raquel's like, well, clearly you want to stay in this relationship, right? It's like,
So now it's time for more sandwiches. So there's more sandwiches. Katie's brother is there.
weird, odd dude. Katie posted an Instagram, I guess after Watch What Happens, posing with one of the hottest people with the fakest chin I've ever seen, and said, thanks to my other brother, whatever hot gay guy is named. And I was like, that's Katie's brother. I like Katie now. Let's call Katie. I was like, call Katie. Get Katie on the show, girl. I need to meet him.
And then I was like,
he's from TV, you idiot.
I was like, Alexia, you have to scroll. And it was like, not actual brother, just someone from real gay friends of WeHo.
Oh, he's a gay. I scrolled to the bottom.
So Lala walks in. Lala walks up to Lisa Vanderpump and goes, "Hi, family." And Lisa Vanderpump was like, "What? You're not in my family."
And so Lala's like, I guess I better do some things at the end of this season because nothing has happened for me. So I got a burger purse. So, hi, family. Did you like the sandwiches? And Ken goes, the vegetarian one.
Oh, it's amazing. I can't believe they had the vegetarian one at Tom Sandoval's house late at night.
Yeah, I mean, it's a vegetable. It was like a meat one, but without meat. It was only vegetarian.
I'll knock that vegetarian one spark out.
So LVP's like, well, I tried some of them before because we had a test where we took 2 souls of young girls and put them into a cauldron. And Penny and I leaned over and snorted them up through our nostrils until youth flooded through our veins and Penny's collar lowered a bit and we went on with our happy lives.
So Lala's like, Lisa, do you think people my age can find someone and be with them for 40 years? And she's like, yes, of course, your age. Maybe not your personality, though.
And she's like, it depends on what you're looking for, Lala. Are you still in the same Rand catalog, or are we moving to different catalogs now? Lala's like,
are you still looking for men who've got honeycombs tattooed on their face?
Yeah, which magazine are we looking in lately, darling? So Lala's like, I just want a baby because I'm so scarred. I want an absolute baby. That's that. So So I'm like, that's good. So she says she wants a sibling for her kid. And she wants to know there's no chance this kid will be taken away for her. So the next steps is to go to sperm donors.
She wants 100% rights of the baby. So
Yeah, she wants to trademark that shit.
yeah. So
that's
Lisa's
maybe
like,
mine.
if you think you're trying to kickstart your storyline for next season, this is not going to be the one.
Yeah, we're not.
I'm not co-signing this
We've
one.
already had a season of Sandoval and Schwartz talking about coming in each other's hands to get the fertility, whatever. Okay, we already had that. I still think of cold handies all the time since that episode. Okay, so then we go over to Schwartz, who is there with Lucinda.
Oh, God. Poor Lucinda. Lucinda, the designer. I mean, they really make you, like, go in the trenches before you come on the show. I mean, Allie's stuck with James. Lucinda has to shoot these scenes with Schwartz. I feel bad for the newbies.
And Schwartz is there dressed like he's bagging groceries at the TJ's. Okay, he's in like his. That's like their style now. They wear like Tommy Bahama from Old Navy shirts. You know, like that's their thing. So he's like, Lucinda, do I smell bad? Oh my God. You know, like sometimes when you wear a new shirt and you don't smell it, do I smell like that? And he sticks his armpit right in her face, and she goes, "Yeah, you don't smell great."
No. By the way, that has nothing to do with the shirt. I just want to point that out there. So then he's like, oh, really? Oh, I need a lemon. Oh, okay, can I have a lemon? He takes a lemon and starts
like,
squeezing it on his armpits and then just puts it on a plate on the table. I'm literally never going to have lemons at Schwartz and Sandy's.
Yeah, because I hope somebody doesn't drink that. Oh my gosh, well, you know, Tom, I'm in a situation. I had to put lemons in my armpit. He's like, I didn't bring anything in here, bro.
Well, you know that phenomenon where you got a new shirt, but you haven't put deodorant on in a month, so like it smells because of the shirt?
Okay, so Katie is here looking really pretty in some silk pajamas for whatever reason. She's wearing like a silk nightgown. She really looks legit very pretty.
It was very Kyle by Sahadi, whatever it's called.
And she's like having a good time. She just had her sandwich non-opening or decorating or whatever the fuck they called that thing. I mean, she did it. They had a place where people walked into.
They had a table in a room.
So now she's here. She's just trying to have a good night. You know, like her storyline's over. She already made Tom feel like an idiot, as he is. And so she's just sitting there with her queens having a good night.
Great time. Having a great time.
So then here comes Dodo Bird over here. Fucking Raquel being told, okay, Raquel, you're on.
Raquel comes in like one of those like self-automated Postmates machines that delivers your sandwich on the sidewalk.
Yes,
she's
like one of the boba juice delivery things in the restaurants with the boba. That's just like there's like some boba coming by. Like
she's literally like,
you're like, is that my boba? Is that my boba? It's my boba.
She's literally like the Twix in the vending machine when you order it, and the coil goes like this, and the Twix is like. So she sits down. She's like, can I sit here? And then McKay goes, oh, sure. We're just talking about eating ass over here. I was like, oh, you're a Love Island fan too.
So Raquel's like, Katie, hi. And Katie's like, eyebrows like. So she's like, Katie, I just wanted to congratulate you because like, after the vibe at Tom Tom, I thought it would be best I didn't show up, but I did taste your sandwiches, and they taste bomb.
Katie's like, thank you for using that outdated slang.
And one of Katie's friends is just watching her like, oh, this is that bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that dumb bitch doing over here? Katie's going to kill this bitch. She's like moving slow, like more.
Yeah. So it's like, Raquel, you're doing great. Now's the time when you just stand up and leave and just like go to a different part of the city. And so Raquel's like, also, I know you heard about Schwartz and I making out at the Bayou yesterday, which you proceeded to rage text Schwartz about. And Kitty's like, I didn't rage text him. That's just me normally texting.
Yeah, that's how I talk. You know,
that's how I text.
It's like when people tell us to be quiet in restaurants. That's how I talk.
It's my truth. So Raquel's like, so Raquel is like fully now crossing the line, right? And she's like, so were you asking him if like we did it or not? Like,
what's your point? What's your point, Katie? Like, what's even the point of it? And this girl's like, this bitch is gonna die.
Katie's like, well, because basically he gaslights me, saying that like I'm always overreacting to the whole Cancun thing. Now this is a chance for Raquel to be like, you know what, he is a gaslighter, fuck him, and then they could join forces. But Raquel's like, you filed for divorce, so if Schwartz and I made out or not, like it's none of your business. And then she goes, is it? I'm like, oh, not the rhetorical question afterwards.
Well, it's so funny because it's obviously just her trying to have a finale scene. And Katie's probably seen the producers all night literally going, go, do it.
Yeah.
Do it now.
What am I supposed to say again?
And between them and Sandoval, like,
Dude, here's what you're gonna do. Go over to Katie and tell her she's a fucking bitch and it's none of her fucking business. And I'm never gonna sing Africa by Toto for her again if she doesn't shut the fuck up.
So Katie asked the question that we're all wondering. Why are you talking to me about this? What the fuck are you doing right now?
it's like when you get a sales call while you're just watching TV on a day off and you're like, hello?
Why are you calling me at 8:30 in the morning?
What? Is this important? Listen, you have a number in my area code, so I was just making sure it wasn't like, oh, I don't need this, thanks.
So Raquel's saying how Katie's just never been one of her friends, and she says, you know, Schwartz has told me like how much like she rage texts him, and like that really bothers him, and like doesn't have to like she doesn't have like the balls to like say it. He doesn't have the balls to say anything about it. Sorry, this Raquel impersonation is really hard.
So then,
In
Katie
this
is doing
situation,
a
I would
pretty-
appreciate if someone would stand up for me on my behalf. So I'm going to pretend I'm standing up for me, but I'm standing up for Schwartz instead and talking to Katie. So,
So then Katie's doing a pretty good job so far of just being like, is it nighttime or is it daytime? Like she really is confused. And so Raquel goes, well, all I know is, and then it like lights Katie up and she goes, all I know is we were together for 12 years. You cannot even comprehend 12 years.
Literally the concept. Literally, she can only get up to about 10 or 11.
Raquel's like, but I think just no. But I think no. But I no. But I no.
Why? Why?
No.
Why?
No.
Why?
No.
Why? Why?
No.
Why? Right.
No.
Because it's not your place to tell him who he should and shouldn't
Why?
make
Why
out
isn't
with.
it my place? Why isn't it my place?
Well,
why isn't it my
shouldn't
place?
because, like,
but why?
Because
but why?
you've been living your life.
But why? Why?
You started dating Weird Al Chalamet.
Why is it not my place?
Because
Why though?
Because like
Why?
because like it's like
Why?
because
Why?
it's not my it's
Why the fuck
I'm
not?
just saying it's not fair. It's not fair.
I love Katie. I love Katie right now in this scene. I'm gonna give it credit.
No,
I love
Katie,
I'll give
this was
credit when
bullshit.
credit is
This
due,
was bullshit.
but the whole reaction is perfect. What do you mean I can't be a bitch to Tom? Are you fucking kidding me? Name one reason I don't get to be a bitch to Tom, okay? And I'm speaking as myself.
Yeah, they made an
I'm not even
agreement whether
speaking
you
for
think
Katie. I have every fucking right to be a bitch to Tom. You don't get to tell me when and when not to be a bitch, bitch. Back the fuck out. How dare you? Don't worry, I'm done. Go ahead.
Okay. So Katie's, she's like, well, I've had conversations about him, about this and about respect. And Raquel's like, yeah, but I also don't appreciate the fact that you're trying to like threaten to like take the dogs from him.
You won't let James see your dog. You won't let James see your dog that keeps getting kebabbed in the neck somehow. Fucking hypocrite, Raquel. Shut up.
I just hope that Katie doesn't have a pet bunny because I have some ideas of how that's going to go.
Raquel is too dumb to boil water. You know that that's the damn truth.
It's going to be like a chocolate Easter bunny. It'll be really weird.
So Katie goes, yeah, but you don't have to appreciate anything. Why should you appreciate how I text him? It's none of your fucking business. And she goes, I don't know what possessed Raquel to come and tell me how to run my life. I would rather a person off the street. I don't know how to finish that because I'm really not good with confessional one-liners, but fuck that bitch. And I was
Yeah.
like, yes.
She's
Sometimes
like-
that's all you need, you know?
I would sooner let someone come off the street and tell me how to run my life than Raquel telling me she doesn't appreciate me texting Tom about dogs. Also, to be fair, I did kind of marry someone off the street too.
He'll
Or out of a
probably be
river.
right back there again at some point. We all know it.
So then Katie finally just breaks it down real simply. She's like, "What don't you get about this? How thick is your skull? This is my husband. 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 Husband."
That's so messed up to say, though.
She's like, "You don't want to be with him. Do you want to be with him? You've been friends with him for 5 minutes." She goes, "I've been like getting to know him, and he's like really kind and sweet."
And Katie's like, you have zero respect, zero empathy. Your eyebrows don't even move close together. Your eyebrows are at one level. Like, I don't trust you, bitch. Just leave me alone. And Raquel's like, maybe I have more empathy for Schwartz than for you. Raquel, my God, Raquel. Like,
Raquel,
She's saying these lines in the wrong scene. You know what I mean? She's just in the wrong scene.
She's like, I will never eat turnips again. It's like, no, Raquel.
But also, she's like standing up for Schwartz against Katie while she's having an affair with Tom and Ariana. Like, and nothing. Like, what is she standing for right now? So anyway, Katie is like, Terry's just watching. By the way, Terry's just right here. Terry's right next door to them.
Did you hear that? Sorry, I'm not encouraging you to yell, but he goes, I mean, what does she think she's doing? And some lady goes, she's a dumb bitch. Ben is going to divorce me after tonight. I'm treading. I know I'm treading.
No, it's okay. I will never divorce Ronnie. Ronnie and I are in it for the long haul. Especially if you watch his Love Island. I feel like we're not connecting, Ronnie.
So Katie, basically, Raquel's like, well, that's my opinion about connecting and dog visitation. And Katie's like, well, shove your opinion up your ass. And then she turns behind her to Lala, who's just like sitting there watching this whole thing.
Yeah.
And she goes, are you hearing this shit?
Well, what's crazy?
I've got Lala and my mother here, and no one's going to fight this bitch. You all better take off your fucking earrings and get the fuck over here. Like, what the hell?
Well, that was what I was like. What was so funny to me was how close everyone was, because we're watching Katie and Raquel fighting, and then she's like, "Okay, do you understand? Can you believe this?" And you're like, "Terry's been there the whole time."
Bitch, that's why, Lala. So she goes, "Yeah, I'm an ass." So
wait,
Katie's like,
Raquel has an amazing defense. Okay, she goes, "All I know is I had a fucking bomb-ass glamping trip with my best, closest friends, and it was a vibe."
And Katie goes, yeah, and Tom wasn't one of them. And she goes, yeah, but Tom is in my life now. And Lala goes, you know what? You'd have a more productive conversations with the pigs.
I really liked when Lala described her as a very stupid demon. That was like one of my favorite things that Lala has ever said.
She's like, why is she spending her time arguing with this buffoon of a human? Like, why?
So now Terry's like, okay, let me take care of this. She's like,
Can I ask you something? When we had dinner at
Vanderpump Paris.
Yes. Did my conversation mean anything? I mean, I know I was behind a giant bird cage the entire time.
And Raquel's like, oh, God. Like, here comes the mom, you know? Listen, I don't want to fight with your mom either.
Well, Katie's like, don't say, oh my God, that's my mom. Treat her with some respect.
And Lala goes, where the fucks were you raised?
Raquel's like, you guys. Katie's like, yeah, where were you raised? Where were you raised?
Where the fuck were you raised? You're a little cup fitness is what you are.
Walk away.
Walk away.
Talk to her with some respect.
She's like, who raised you? What were you raised in a barn, you cunt?
It's like, well, you know that. Who raised you? You said the C word with your mother sitting right there.
Well, Terry did say, Katie, please don't do that.
Oh, she did.
So Katie's like, I'm fucking done with you. I'm so fucking done with you. Like, honestly, like, I like Katie, like, I'm surprised she didn't punch her in the face. I really am.
So Schwartz is like, what's going on over there? Katie's so mad.
oh my God, she's so mad. And someone's like, well, Schwartz, you should probably go over there. And he goes, no.
Schwartz
No.
Schwartz is like,
He's literally hiding behind a plastic plant at Sir, which also needs to be treated. It has a lot of bug holes in it. But anyway, he's hiding behind there. And Raquel's like, well, from my experience, my friends that fucking support me. And Katie's like, what friends though? Who? Who are you talking about? What friends exactly? And Terry is like, listen, Katie, stop. Now listen, Raquel, I wasn't trying to be disrespectful to you. I was trying to be really, really respectful. I'm from Utah, so I say really with an I.
Really?
And I would like you to respect that.
Raquel-
You hurt me. You hurt me so much, Raquel. Like, oh my God, fucking Terry. Here she goes. Terry's giving us the Katie 1.0. You know, this is some OG Katie shit, and I love it. I can't wait till Terry's just like, you're just a slut. What am I jealous of? Of being a fucking slut and getting to go on a private plane I blew my way into?
I mean,
Yes, OG Katie coming back.
you're being honest and like, I want to make out with Tommy.
I'm like, please stop calling him Tommy. I cannot have him being infantilized anymore. Now, this was actually not seen, but in my mind, we then cut to a scene of Sheena at home on Instagram waiting for updates. Like,
refresh. Oh no, it's not new content. Refresh.
So then
I just
Terry-
have to work Sheena in. It's not fair that she's not in this episode.
It's a weird season, and without this Sandoval stuff, it would not be the best. Let's face it.
So now, in
You've
case
got a
that-
season finale without James and Sheena. What the fuck do you guys think you're doing over there? What is this? Like, are people silently quitting a TV show? You don't film the season finale until everyone's there. This is Vanderpump Rules. You are holding on by a fucking thread. People need to come to work.
So now, like, this Royal Rumble of Idiots gets a new member. Sandoval's like, dude, they were not together. And Katie's like, I haven't signed any divorce papers yet.
Katie, because they're all wrong in this argument, right? Because you've got Terry crying like, you hurt me to the core, which makes no sense. And then you've got Katie going, I haven't signed any divorce papers. Oh yeah, we're still married, bitch. Like, okay. And then you've got Tom. This is none of his goddamn business. But of course, he's been making Raquel say this stuff all night, and she's not doing it right. So he pops it. He pulls his hand out of her ass and starts just using it himself. So Tom Sandoval's like, Katie, you were fucking a guy when you were still living with Schwartz. Dude! God,
So Ariana's like, oh my God, let Terry finish. So then Terry does this. This is my favorite Terry moment.
Katie loves Tommy. Tommy loves Katie. Katie loves Tommy some more. Tommy loves riverbanks. Tommy hates deodorant. They're selling their home that they want to raise their family in.
That was sad. So then Sandoval's like, he's like, dude, like, I think it's like really tacky having your mom fight your battles for you. I think it's tacky to have an affair with your girlfriend. But that's just me.
It's also tacky to be fighting with somebody's mother. You don't get to fight with my mother. I get to fight with my mother.
Yes. So Raquel's like, yeah, but you were the one that told Sheena. And Terry goes,
Shut up, Raquel.
Just shut up.
Just shut up
already,
Shut
Raquel.
up. Just shut up. Shut up.
Shut up. She goes, that is so wrong, Raquel. And then Sandoval's like, but it did happen, bro. It did. And so Katie just goes, shut up. And Tom's like, you think you own every situation. You own the floor. You were living with Schwartz and banging another dude. How do you think that felt to Schwartz? Schwartz, how did it feel? Schwartz is like,
I'm just... Schwartz isn't here. There's just a pile of paper towels. That's on top of a Hawaiian shirt right now.
There's just a lemon.
Not
a
here.
little smelly
Hi,
lemon
you've reached Tom
in a
Shorts. I'm not
tree.
available right now. Please leave your message after
little
the
smelly
Baba.
lemon in a tree.
Baba.
Baba. Baba.
So, by the way, during all this, they cut to Lisa Vanderpump, and her head's in her hand, like, oh no, how terrible. They're all fighting
Lisa's
and at
petting
each
a little
other's
dog,
throats.
a little fluffy dog. Like, oh, poor babies. I hope we can work it out.
So many broken birds breaking each other.
Tentacles start rising behind her head. Like, oh.
So then Raquel has the audacity to put her hand on Katie's knee and go, I'm sorry that this hurts. And Katie's like, don't touch
Do not
me.
touch me. And she goes, okay, well then I'm sorry that you're fucking jealous.
Raquel, you are a waitress at a shitty restaurant and you just aged out of passions.
No one's jealous.
No one's jealous.
No one's jealous.
Not right now. We can be jealous later, but not right now.
So Katie's like, walk away. So Raquel's like, I'm done. I was like, okay. So then Sandoval, now he's making his plea to Terry, which is so weird. Like, why are you doing this? He's like, here's the issue, Terry. It seems like the only perspective that matters in this whole situation is Katie's and yours.
Katie goes, oh, Katie's, I knew you were going to say that. Blame Katie. You know who you should blame instead? Me. The one with the broken heart.
I was like, Terry is just fucking going to town. Tom, you started this. Raquel and you started this. No one needs to talk about this again. It's over. Go away with your, get back in your fucking creepy white van and circle the neighborhood until you find someone to shove in there and sing some backups for you. You fucking douche.
So then Schwartz, he's like trying to hide behind a ficus. And Peter...
He's literally still behind a planter.
Peter comes up to him. He's like, so you just going to hide behind the plants? He literally says that. He's like, you're just going to hide behind the plants? Like, what's going on?
It's like, I just had a really emotional moment with Terry, and I'm just taking a breath. Oh, my God, hold on. I just got a text from Terry. Fuck you, you motherfucker, you limp-dicked piece of shit. She's still mad.
Tommy loves Katie. Katie loves Tommy. So now this is heartbreaking. So now amongst all this, there's so much fighting. Ariana's got in the middle. She goes over to Lisa and she's like, can I come talk to you? And she's like, and Lisa's like, what's wrong, darling? Oh, you're a really broken bird right now. Whoa. And
Ariana's just like, everybody hates each other. My grandma died and my dog's dead. I don't even like wheat bread.
It was heartbreaking. She's sitting there, she's crying, and Lisa, it was actually a really sweet Lisa moment. She's sitting there like consoling Ariana, truly like a mother figure, while this chaos is happening all around them. So that's
She's
happening.
like, oh, Ariana, hold on, I can't see. Just cry on a little further back. Oh, okay, that's good.
Who? Katie's very furious. There, grandmother kitty cat. Whole wheat sandwiches.
So she's like, well, I don't like it when everyone's on Raquel's case, and I don't like. And then there's Tom hiding in the corner behind plants, and is he just trying to blend in with the painting right now?
So then we go back to Tom yelling at Katie for nothing. Like, she literally, listen, I love a good yell at Katie moment. This is not the most, she didn't do anything, okay? She literally didn't do anything. So he's yelling at her, and he's like, oh, you just need to take accountability for once. And she's like, you stop talking about account. Meanwhile, literally just fucked Raquel 10 minutes ago.
Yes.
So then Christina's like, Tom, why don't you focus on your girlfriend? Because your girlfriend's right over there crying, and you're not even focusing on your girlfriend. Like, what are you doing over here? On this bullshit.
Christina's shining moment. Like, hello, you're yelling at Terry, and your girlfriend's crying on Lisa Vanderpump's bosom right now. Like, get it together, fuckface. I added the fuckface part, but I felt it was implied.
Yeah, Christina's not a fuckface kind of person, but she is very much like,
you know, it's hard to tell you through this haze of lemon butter lip gloss, but you really should be paying more attention to your girlfriend.
And then Schwartz is talking to Peter, and he's like, oh, what are they yelling about? I'm like, you, and why are you hiding behind the plants? Get in there, for crying out loud.
Okay, so now Sandoval just keeps yelling. This is going nowhere. They're not going to stop yelling at Katie, right? So Katie just gets up, and where do we go? It's, sir, you go to the smoking alley, right?
The smoking alley. We waited all season.
So-
And the smoking alley is back for a fine moment.
She passes by Peter and Tom, and Peter's still like, hiding behind the plant. And Katie passes Tom, and she's like, I'm done with you, Tom. We are done. You are dead to me. Done. Dead. And he's like, what did I do? I didn't even do anything. Did you drink the lemon? Oh. So Lala is telling Katie, look back there, because now Raquel is snickering with Tom because she's such a stupid bitch. And so Katie walks back in. She goes, what are you laughing at me now? What are you snickering? You're laughing about me with her? Are you laughing at me about her with her? What the fuck is going on over here? I'm reading the scene, all right? Keep up with the notes, then.
So Ariana's crying, and Katie's like, so Katie and Tom are out there, and she's like, my confidence has just been like worn down to threads. He's like, you did the same thing to me, which is like, Schwartz, now's not the time. If you had this issue, you could have gone out from the plans, but it's too late now. She goes like, no, I didn't. You can't be any way to me right now. And then out of nowhere, here comes Raquel. Like this girl.
And I love that they're doing this right by the propane tanks. That's always been my favorite thing. They're always fighting, and it's like, danger, fire, right behind their head.
So she's like, sorry to interrupt. It's just like, she's so terrible, but the shamelessness of it is like, honestly, it's both like cringeworthy, but kind of hilarious. It's just so shameless.
And Katie's like, no. At this point, she's like, no. You don't get to interrupt. We're having a conversation. You don't even get to interrupt. No. Like, she's just getting she's like a little kid who just cannot win, you know? It's like, no. And Raquel's like, you don't want me to touch you. I don't want you to touch me.
It's like a new Raquel personality. So Katie's like, we're in the middle of a conversation. Go away. And she goes,
don't push her. Don't push her, Katie.
Wait.
Katie, why are you pushing her? Katie's
Katie.
pushing her. Katie's pushing Raquel. Katie, stop hitting her. Katie, put down the knife. Katie. Katie's got a knife.
Katie, I just want to say one thing.
No.
I am an empathetic person.
You are not. You don't even know what that means. You have not displayed one bit of empathy.
I think take off the E and the M, and then nothing is working out. Yeah.
So she's like, you were hurt by the fact that somebody made out with Schwartz, and then you were even more hurt that that person was me.
Thanks, Fraser Crane.
So weird. Now Raquel's moved on to the fight didn't work, so now's my moment of self-discovery, so I can end the season. Like, she's so Looney
It's like the
Tunes.
producers literally like put in a different SD card, and she's like, I'm an empath.
Yes.
That's why I take the PATH train when I go to New York City.
So then Schwartz is like, yeah, I mean, it wasn't malicious, Katie. You don't have to beat the crap out of her. Stop curb stomping her, Katie.
Oh my God, Katie just bashed her head in with a boomerang. That's crazy.
Oh my God. Telling you Harding in the house. Can you even walk?
Oh
Can you
my
even walk right
God.
now, Raquel?
Oh, she just fell off the cliff in the beginning of Cliffhanger.
So then Katie goes, oh yeah, I'm sure, like, what, you guys don't even like each other, right? And he goes, yeah, we're buddies, we're bro dudes. And then Raquel just starts laughing. She's like, ha ha ha, like making fun of Katie. I don't know
Katie
what
does,
starts happening.
One of my favorite moves is when someone laughs and someone does the ha 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 ha, bitch. I love that.
And Katie's like, just walk away right now. You are not holding the talking propane.
So, yeah. So now Schwartz is more concerned about Raquel getting to have the space to apologize. Like, no, she's trying to apologize. She's just trying to apologize. Baba, stop grabbing her hair, Baba.
So Katie's like, I don't want her to fucking apologize. And the fact, and she's like, but why didn't you just say that? She goes, I did say that. I did.
So then Raquel's like, okay, I'm going to go back inside to do another scene of something. So then Schwartz was like, she goes inside. Then Schwartz turns to Katie and is like, that was a sincere apology, Katie.
So they go inside, and now it's birthday cake time, which is the best thing on these shows when it's Lisa's birthday, and this happy birthday song.
Being held by Guillermo, by the way. A nice Guillermo cameo.
And there's like only 3 people who really work at this restaurant, you know, and
Yes.
Guillermo's one. So he's bringing out the cake, and they're like, Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday. Sheena's like, can you FaceTime me? And happy birthday to you.
And Lisa's like, well, I'd just like to say, well, wait a minute, where's Schwartzy? We need him here. Katie's like, why? Why do you need him? Nobody needs him. And Terry's like, stop asking for Tommy, you whore, you're hurting me.
Tommy
Mom,
loves
this is Lisa.
Katie. Katie loves Tommy.
Mom, stop saying
This is
that.
Lisa. It's okay, Mom.
So LVP is like, I've seen you all go through so much this last year, and that's what life is. You know, it throws shit at you, STDs and such. It's not what it throws at us, it's what sort of vaccines did you prepare yourself with?
So much of you going through things. Schwartz still can't find a shirt that doesn't smell like armpits. Lala with a diamond cheeseburger purse from 2 years ago. God bless you, darling.
Oh, I see the boys the way they struggle with any sort of common sense. I love you all. I really do. And you will learn how to deal with your problems never in your life.
Because each one of you deep down has the talent to go forward and overcharge for food products of your own. And I love you. Not just because you fuck each other to get on television and pretend to work for me at a restaurant that's barely even open at this point, but just because...
As you will learn to solve your problems as you get older. They're like, oh, I'm sorry I said the O word.
We've been through it together, and I love you, every fucking one of you. Now you'll feel a little sting as Guillermo comes around with tiny little shots to take what are called stem cells from your spinal columns.
We're doing experiments with Cedric in the back. If you're wondering where he's been. So they slice up the cake, and Lisa's like, "Oh, none of these people eat cake. Just give it to the customers."
Yeah.
Next time on the season finale
Of PumpRules.
of Vanderpump Rules. I was gonna break up with Ariana regardless.
Oh, but you didn't. You fucked her best friend instead. Oh.
I felt something I haven't felt in a very long time. I opened a cabinet, and I felt the batteries and paper towels that Raquel put in there.
Oh. Dude, me and Raquel have become like really good friends.
I don't give a fuck about Raquel!
So, you think this was the first time he's been creeping around?
There was one other time.
Oh, come on.
I could not believe that. And then Katie is like, Schwartz, how long have you known about this?
Oh, well, Tom told me like a month ago, but 2 days ago, but then 6 months ago. And it was like an open secret, but no one knew, but like we all knew. But they were broken up, but they were still together trying to make it work, you know.
Oh, hey, Raquel. Are you and Sandoval an item now? Fat slut. What is Sandoval into fat sluts now? Is that what's going on now?
I regret ever loving you.
As I pretend boogie boarded over the ocean while I aged out of pageants, I thought of our future as the pretend sun went down in that Marriott ballroom. And it turned out so horribly wrong.
And then we see the camera tight on 2 feet, awkwardly shuffling down a sidewalk, and Adidas slides. Camera tilts up to reveal. Seriously? Mariposa! Good night, everyone!
And that brings us to the end of Vanderpump Rules.
Good night, Washington, D.C.
Good night.
Watch What Crappens would like to thank its premium sponsors.
Ain't no thing like Allison King.
Ashley Savoni, she don't take no baloney.
Dana C. Dana Do. She's not just a Sheila, she's a Daniela. Itchels. Aaron McNicholas, she don't miss no trickolas. Jamie, she has no last namey.
Hava Nagila Weber.
Sipped some scotch with Jessica Trotch.
She's always supplying, it's Kelly Ryan.
Kristen the Piston Anderson.
You're never alone with Lacey Monteleone.
Let's give a kisserino to Lisa Lino. Megan Berg. You can't have a burger without the Berg.
The Bay Area Betches. Betches.
And our super premium sponsors.
Somebody get us 10 cc's of Betsy MD.
We're taking the gold with Brenda Silva.
Let's get real with Caitlin O'Neill.
Don't get salty with Christine Pepper. Can't have a meal without the Emily Sides.
Nobody holds a candle to Jamie Kendall.
She's not harsh, she's Jill Hirsch.
My favorite Murdo, Karen McMurdo. We love him madly, it's Kyle Pod Shadley.
Let's go on a bender with Lauren Fender. We want to hang with Liz Lang. The incredible edible Matthews sisters. Nancy Cease and Desisto.
Give him hell, Miss Noel.
Ruru LaRue.
She's the queen bee, it's Sarah Lemke.
Shannon, out of a cannon, Anthony. Let's take off with Tamla Plain.
She ain't no shrinking Violet Kuchar. We love you guys.
Hey Prime members, you can listen to Watch What Crappens ad-free on Amazon Music. Download the Amazon Music app today. Or you can listen ad-free with Wondery Plus in Apple Podcasts. Before you go, tell us about yourself by completing a short survey at Wondery.com/survey.
From Wondery comes a new series, Flipping the Bird, Elon versus Twitter. A story about what happens when the richest man on the planet decides to acquire a powerful social media company in the name of free speech. But does he have what it takes?
It started off promising.
Or is this all just about Elon?
He's essentially mad that his tweets aren't performing as well as he would have expected them to.
It really just felt like, okay, this really is just a platform being ruled by a dictator who does things on his own whims.
And what will be left of Twitter by the time he's done?
Basically, my entire team was gone. By the end of it, infrastructure was just completely gutted. He'll tweet a thing and then everyone's like, we gotta work on that now because he tweeted it.
I'm supposed to believe this man is a genius.
It just felt like everything was kind of descending into chaos.
Follow Flipping the Bird wherever you get your podcasts. Hey, Prime members, you can listen to episodes ad-free on Amazon Music. Download the Amazon Music app today.